Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the final stream of, I don't know what to call it, like the stream marathon, whatever, since, we did San Diego Comic-Con 2 weeks ago, one last night for the Entertainment Showcase, and then finally one more today for the Marvel Animations panel at D23. As usual, we are live 2 hours early than the panel starts. The panel starts at 3:45 p.m. Eastern, 12:45 p.m. Pacific. As always, there is a timer on top of the screen, so you can come check in if you don't want to stay around for the full 2 hours beforehand. As always, we just go live 2 hours early. That way, everyone has enough time to find the stream, get in the stream, and realize, okay, I have this amount of time, so they don't miss anything. Especially for this panel, since this panel is only an hour long. And it's confirmed to cover at least 4 different things. The description on the official D23 website for this panel is: see what's coming next to Disney Plus from Marvel Animation, with special guests and first looks at hotly anticipated series including Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, future seasons of What If, X-97, and more. That's a lot to fit into an hour, especially with the and more. So yeah, make sure you're here before the panel starts. And if you are enjoying the stream, if you enjoy the stream, feel free to hit the like button. Helps the stream to show to more people. And share the link to this stream with friends, family, on social media, in Discord servers, wherever you can. That way, like I said, gets more people in here. The more people we have in here, the more fun it is. It looks like we already have 35 people watching. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in right now and watching. Really appreciate it. I'm expecting this stream to be a little more low-key, a little more chill and calm than last night's and then Comic-Con's. Not as many people are into the animation side of things, and obviously, with it being earlier in the day, some people might be busy or work or whatnot, which is totally okay, totally fine. No matter how many people are in here, it's going to be a great time. No matter how many or how little, we'll have a great time regardless. So, let's start off by, first, by welcoming some people. What's going on? Kindred, Hasm, Justice Productions, Chloe, Seth's Entertainment Talks, Carter Blake, Trevor Brigman, welcome. Thank you for tuning in here, and all you who are just watching and not chatting, I appreciate you being here as well. Welcome to the stream. What are you looking forward to most today at this panel, Joe?
Unequivocally, it's Spider-Man freshman year for me. I'm the Spider-Man guy. For me, I've been waiting for news on that ever since it was first announced, because I believe I just want updates on if it's still coming out this year. I would like a first look at it. The last time we got a look at it, it looked fantastic. So I would really like a full trailer this time around. But yeah, for me, it's Spider-Man freshman year at the absolute top, and that everything else, falls behind that. But Spider-Man freshman year for me is just absolutely the top.
Do you think they release a trailer to the public?
I would hope so. If it's still coming out this year, it would seem likely, but I'm not going to say yes.
Gotcha. For me, my most anticipated thing is X-97 Season 2. I literally just finished the show today, like an hour ago, and it is as close to perfect as you can get, I think. It's a wonderful show. I recommend it to literally everybody, even if you're not a fan of Marvel. Which I don't know why you would be here. But even if you're not a fan of Marvel, I highly recommend X-97. It is so good. You don't need to see the first 5 seasons of the original show to understand it and appreciate it. That was my original plan, was to watch the 5 original seasons first before watching X-97. But I got through 1 season, and I really liked it. But I just didn't have time to finish it all, and I knew that we were doing this stream. I knew I was going to want to talk about spoilers, and I know other people were going to want to talk about spoilers and theories for seasons 2 and 3. So I figured I would just bite the bullet and watch it before finishing the old show, and man, am I glad I did, because it was so worth it. Now, I don't think X-97 will get any footage released to the public, but I do believe they will see some footage in attendance, is my guess. The order, though, of things listed here in the description, I think, could be an indicator of what gets trailers and what doesn't get trailers to the public. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is first on that list, which to me says that it's still coming this year and that it might be the priority or the first thing they show, and possibly has the largest chance to have a trailer released to the public. And second to that is Eyes of Wakanda, which is also rumored to release this year. So I think we could see 2 trailers from this panel for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda. What If Season 3 and X-97 Season 2 are both confirmed to release next year, so I think those trailers aren't going to release today, but I think they will be shown in attendance. And what's also interesting is it says future seasons of Wakanda, of What If. And I feel like we heard a while back that, or it was being reported, it was never confirmed, but it was being reported a while back that What If was going to end with Season 3. But I'm okay if it goes on to Season 4 multiple seasons. I enjoy the show. I think it's a fun little animated show. I'm just curious if we'll get anything on Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies after X-97 is probably my most anticipated animated show coming from Marvel. And I really want to hear more about it. I want to see some footage if possible, but I don't think we'll get footage because it's not on that list. But I want to know roughly when it's going to be released. When can we expect it? Rumor is it's only 4 episodes long, but the main characters are like Miss Marvel, Shang-Chi, Yelena. My 3 favorite characters pretty much newly introduced into the MCU in Phase 4 and beyond. So yeah, I really want to hear more about that. So hoping for a surprise of that, but yeah, let me know. Let us know in the chat, guys. What are you guys most excited for from this panel? What do you want to see the most? What trailers do you think will be released? As always, as I always say, go into this panel with as little expectations as possible. That way, no matter what, you won't be disappointed. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys want to see from this panel and what you think we'll see from the panel, because they could be 2 totally different answers. Anyway, let's get into the live chat here. Justin Production says, honestly, when you think about it, Deadpool and Wolverine really opens up more opportunities in What If. It does, and I'm curious if, maybe not in Season 3, but if they do have Season 4 and beyond of What if we go into some Fox properties, if we go into the X-Men and Deadpool, if we go into Fantastic Four in some way, if we go back to Earth 838, maybe even if they end up doing what ifs of different animated shows, if they do what ifs of X-97, I think that'd be interesting. I agree. Entertainment talks. I'm ready. Can't wait to hear all the Marvel Animation shows we have in the works. Me too. I'm very excited. I think the Marvel Animation, I don't want to say he's being slept on because X-97 was really acclaimed and pretty much everyone who has seen it has loved it. I just think it's undervalued in the sense that not many people have seen it in comparison to the live action side of things. Kindred says, I'm ready for Spider-Man. Let's go. I hope since the film in live action, I want Fantastic Four with X-97 sequels, but its own things it's Fantastic Four. Well, there was a cameo of Reed Richards in the finale of X-97. Morph turns into Reed Richards. So we know that Fantastic Four exist in that world. We know pretty much everyone exists. It was crazy how many people showed up in quick cameos, which is so cool. So cool. Hazard Sheriff Welcome says, I'm missing out on football practice for this. That is dedication, and I appreciate being here. But sometimes real life should take priority. So I hope you don't get in too much trouble with the team for this. I hope this panel was like yesterday, at least time-wise. That was a fun day yesterday. Today will be fun too. Yeah, this panel is an hour shorter, and I pretty much have to go right when the panel ends. Maybe I can stick around for 5 or 10 minutes, but it's only an hour long, this panel. Maybe it goes slightly over time. But I think it'll be a good one. I think it'll be fun. Like I said, I think it's going to be more low-key in terms of the amount of people here, which is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Yesterday was hell for you. The panel finished at 8 a.m. and you hadn't slept yet, so it's just exhausting to stay up for that long. Yeah, no, that is crazy. That is crazy. I commend your dedication and so many other people's dedication to the stream who the panel was very early in the morning and they didn't go to sleep. How's it going, Carter Blake? What's going on? Nice to have you here. Welcome. Love Ty West to direct Midnight Suns films. Love his X films. I am not a fan of X. I haven't seen Pearl or Maxine. But hey, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to him directing Midnight Suns. Who knows? He could surprise us all. We have a super chat from Luis Feliciano. Thank you so much. Welcome to stream. Nice to have you here. Thank you for super chat as well. Really appreciate it. He says, theory: if Black Widow will return to Marvel Zombies, we see her get attacked in What If Season 1, Episode 5, but never see her again after that. Maybe, yeah. I haven't watched that episode in a hot minute. It is my favorite episode of What If. I think it all depends on whether or not this Marvel Zombie show is set in that same What If timeline, in that same What If world, or if it's its own separate thing. We have some conflicting reports on it. Since it doesn't focus and revolve around any of our main heroes like Spider-Man or Doctor Strange, Captain America, etc. My instinct is to say it's a continuation of that What If episode taking place in that same timeline. But who knows? There have been some conflicting reports on that. It's possible we definitely see her return because I'm 99% sure Yelena is confirmed to be in Marvel Zombies, and with her connection to Black Widow, I could totally see that happening and see her showing up. Thank you again for Super Chat, man. I appreciate it. I hope we get an X-97 Season 2 trailer, or any trailers, to be honest. Yesterday, we only had the Agatha trailer, like, WTF. Well, that's not crazy that we only got the Agatha trailer. We already have a trailer for Captain America Brave New World, so that was most likely not getting a trailer since it doesn't release until February. Agatha releases next month, and the only other trailer that was semi-likely to be shown yesterday was Daredevil. Unfortunately, that obviously did not get released, but that doesn't come out until March, and usually they don't release trailers to their shows until 3 months before. Maybe 4 depending, but with Skeleton Crew releases in December, released in August, 4 months, but still, about the roughly the same time span. Jag Mastiglia, welcome, nice to have you here. Welcome back, thanks for tuning in. Says, I live in Australia and it's 1:46 in the morning. That's crazy. I watched your stream this morning and I'm tuning in for this one. Great to see you guys. Great to see you back. Thanks for tuning back in here. I hope you get some really nice sleep tonight after watching the stream last night or this morning for you. And after watching this stream, definitely sleep in. Get a good night's sleep. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Neo the One, welcome back, says, what time does it start? It starts at 3:45 p.m. Eastern, 12:45 p.m. Pacific, in about an hour and 48 minutes. If you don't want to wait until the panel starts and want to just come back then, there's a timer on the screen, at the top of the screen, so you can check back in to see when the panel will start, how much longer we have. Spider-Man is Marvel's golden boy. He is indeed. Carter Blake, X-97 Season 2, what is Season 3, and Spider-Man is what you want to see the most. Fair enough, fair enough. I love all Marvel's mythologies. Your top 3 Marvel mythologies, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men. They are great. They are great. Kamaro6460, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man guaranteed to not be canon to the MCU? I believe so. Yeah? Joe? You
I believe so. I believe so. I mean, that scene where it's really confusing because originally we thought this would be the MCU Spider-Man's origin story, but then we saw the scene in Civil War, but instead of Tony Stark, it was Norman Osborn. So it's very, very likely that it's not canon, but I'm not gonna say it's not just because I don't know for sure, but it's likely that it's not.
There you go. QJNM, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, X-97 is top tier storytelling and gets to be hyped for MCU live action version. Me too, man. Me too. If I wasn't already hyped, which I very much was, I am hyped now. If this is the kind of stuff they're gonna put out with X-Men, look, I don't think we should go into the live action X-Men expecting it to be as top tier as X-97, because that is a extremely, extremely high bar. But if they can even capture half of what they captured with X-97, I think we're in for a massive treat, and movies so much better than the Fox movies. Not that I hate the Fox movies, but, First Class, Days of Future Past are 2 of my favorite superhero movies, period. I like those 2 movies a lot more than I like most MCU movies, and I like the MCU movies a lot. But it's, no secret that those movies really didn't do the team as a whole justice, right? They really made focus on one character in each movie, whether it be Wolverine or Charles and Magneto. When X-Men, they're a team. There really is no main character. The main character is the team, and they all have their purpose. They all have their own times to shine. And X-97 does that wonderfully. And if the live-action version of the X-Men can capture that, that's all you really need. They can capture that. They have the colors. They have the actors. They have semi-decent writing, semi-decent directing. That's all you need for a wonderful X-Men adaptation. Movie King, welcome to everything tuning in. Is the panel starting yet? Not yet. The panel starts in about an hour and 45 minutes. 3:45 p.m. Eastern, 12:45 p.m. Pacific. So we'll be here chatting, discussing up until then, so people have enough time to get in here, so they don't miss any part of the stream. So I've done it in the past where we started an hour early, and I found that was not early enough for people. People are still joining late and missing parts of the panel. So just to be safe, we go live 2 hours early before any big panels like this, so people have enough time to find the stream, to tune in, and to make sure they don't miss anything. What are your top 3 Marvel mythologies? Yeah, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man, I think. What about you, Joe?
Spider-Man, X-Men. I don't know. The Fantastic Four doesn't really interest me all that much, if I'm being honest. The mythology of the Fantastic Four. Is Doom included in the Fantastic Four mythology?
Oh, yeah.
And I guess Fantastic Four, but it's really just because of Doom.
Fair enough. Also, guys, how are the audio levels? How's my audio level? How's Joe's audio level? How is the jazz music in the background? Let me know if it's all good. Hello, box office nerd. Thanks for tuning in, man. Nice to have you here. Welcome back. So, is Fantastic Four an 838 or is it 1616? Well, so I assume you're asking about like the Fantastic Four movie coming out with First Steps, right? In that scene, we don't really know what world it's in. We know that like the main world that it's set on, the that like retro futuristic style 60s, is not the main MCU. It's not the Sacred Timeline, right? However, there have been conflicting reports and conflicting rumors about the origin of this Fantastic Four team. Some reports are saying they originate from that alternate universe. Some reports say that they originate from the Sacred Timeline and they are pulled into that universe. So we don't know. I'm not sure if we will know anytime soon. But yeah, there are conflicting reports. Trevor Brigman says, an update of the slate after everything is announced is what I want. Unfortunately, I don't think we have a chance of that here. They typically announce their live-action slate during the live-action portion. This is purely just animation, so I don't think they'll discuss anything related to the bigger slate here. Favorite genres for Marvel: Spider-Man, Spy in Space, I really love Mission Impossible, and Jack Reacher. Plus to see my other love Marvel characters being spies, a dream come true. Fair enough. Legos, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, have you seen the Daredevil Born Again trailer? Yes, we have. And it looks really, really good. I can't wait for that trailer to eventually be, or any trailer, to be released publicly so I can watch it over and over again, because I definitely will. But yeah, we have, and I'm very, very excited for it. Was there any part of the trailer that stood out to you, Joe? Any particular part that you liked?
Ooh. I mean, I think I'm in agreement with most people. We're at the end where he's just going crazy, especially the part where he uses his billy clubs in his movements to fight. That to me was like, oh yeah, this is different. This is a whole different Daredevil. This is like the Daredevil that I'm sure if you had any problems with the original show, which I guess it would be like with the comic accuracy of the use of the billy clubs, I'm pretty sure that would have quelled it, if not just killed it completely. So yeah, to me that part stood out. What about you?
For me, it's actually the shot of Bullseye in prison. Because that, I think very clearly is not, like, I don't think he starts off in prison, is what I'm saying. Because he's not, I mean, he could have been operating on at the end of Daredevil Season 3 and then brought into prison after that. But I don't want to go too deep into the set photos, just in case people haven't seen them, because they're spoilers. But if you've seen those particular set photos that are out there, you know that something happens that will end up being very controversial, and Bullseye's a part of that. Bullseye being in prison means, one, he's around after that, but two, it means that the chances of that prison storyline in the comics is also true, where Daredevil and Kingpin are in prison with Bullseye and possibly Frank, and they fight through the prison. Now, in that storyline, and I talked about this in a video that I discussed, I made about Daredevil, in that storyline, how much can I say without being spoilery? Well, all I'll say is if that shot of Bullseye in prison could be another indicator that they are adapting that storyline in some way, which would then make those set photos not as controversial.
You think that the scenes that they showed at the end with Matt and his fighting, you think that helps that theory?
I honestly don't remember where he's fighting.
It's more so like the look on his face or like the feeling, you know, when he's like screaming and everything as he's fighting.
Maybe. I'd have to watch it again. I think the Fantastic Four needs a new animated series. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd say need. We're getting the Fantastic Four in live action very soon, and they're gonna be around for a while. I don't know. I feel like they only brought up X-Men 97 because they knew it was gonna be a hot minute until the X-Men came into the MCU. So to hold us over, they're like, here's X-Men 97, so you have some X-Men content to feed on in the meantime. Whereas Fantastic Four, we're less than a year away if the release date doesn't change. So I don't know. I think it's possible we see the Fantastic Four in future seasons of X-97 or What If or whatnot. But I don't know. I love the Fantastic Four. I really do. But I personally don't have an interest for another animated series. Formath, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, you guys see the leaked Daredevil trailer? Looks amazing. Yeah, it looks amazing. I'm very excited. Very, very excited for it. Hopefully Marvel Zombies is not 4 episodes like it was reported last year. Honestly, I'm not too up in arms about it. I think however long it needs to be is however long it needs to be, you know? So if the story they wanted to tell only fit into 4 episodes, then it should be 4 episodes. If the story they wanted to tell ends up being more episodes than that, great. If not, then that's okay. See the Daredevil trailer, you just have to know where to watch it, or where to go. Yeah, that is true. You gotta get lucky. When you find it before it gets taken down. Eyes of Wakanda is one of your most anticipated Marvel Animation shows, so hopefully we will get a trailer for that, and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, let's go. Yeah, Eyes of Wakanda is really interesting to me. I think the mythology of Wakanda lends itself well to this kind of show, and the rumors of what will be in the show is interesting. Like, one of the heavy rumors is that it will introduce an Iron Fist, but a new female Iron Fist, I believe, not Danny Rand. So I'm really interested to see, one, if that is true, and then 2, what that leads to in the MCU. Will Danny Rand come back in like a Daredevil season 2, or will they do a Heroes for Hire? Will Danny Rand or an Iron Fist show up in something else? There were rumors for a long time, that an Iron Fist will show up in Shang-Chi too. So who knows if that's the case? Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see that show as well. Do you have any thoughts on Eyes of Wakanda, Joe?
Eyes of Wakanda, I feel like that could be what you say about, like, you remember how before Acolyte you kept saying, don't sleep on this show. I feel like, I don't know, there's something about it where I feel like we shouldn't sleep on it. I don't know, it definitely intrigues me more than I thought it would.
Yeah, I agree. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is confirmed canon through the multiverse, just not in 616 universe. This will be the 5th Spider-Man seen in the MCU. Yeah, it's a sacred time. It's not the sacred timeline version. It's a branch. It's an alternate reality, alternate timeline. So within the multiverse, just not the sacred timeline. Do you know if Wanda creating the Hex and dancing to music from different decades is still an episode for What If Season 3? I don't know. I honestly don't know any episodes of What If Season 3 other than the 2 that we already know, which honestly might be the same episode. I don't know. It's the one where with Falcon, Captain America, and they get like those mech suits, those giant like Megazord, Voltron looking mech suits. What are they called? Gundams? Is that the term for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's that teaser that they released a while back with oh crap, who is that? Was that Zemo and Red Guardian, or was it Bucky and Zemo? Was it Red Guardian and Bucky? I don't remember. They released a teaser right after the finale of season 2, which I think is a different episode. But I know there have been rumors of episodes for season 3 and what they are. I honestly don't remember them. Really ready to do it at home in live action to have Reed and Sue have kids and DC does the Wonder Twins. It sounds like they're gonna have at least Franklin in the movie. I don't know if they'll have his sister, who I'm blanking on the name of. But it sounds like they're gonna at least have Franklin in the movie. At least that's the rumor. I think they focus too much on Wolverine at Fox. Don't get me wrong, he was amazing in the role, but there's so many members that got done dirty in live action. Example, Cyclops. Precisely. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is one of my favorite characters in movie history. He's wonderful. He's so great. But once I really discovered the X-Men more than just the Fox movies, and once I dived into their lore more and understood the characters, I couldn't help but realize that they were just so overshadowed and done dirty. And I yearn now for a time where we get the characters done justice in live action, especially Cyclops, like you say, my favorite Marvel character. Can't until everyone's recast in the reboot. They're all recasted, just every single character is Reed Richards. Daredevil was good, thank you guys. After Secret Wars is going to be a soft reboot. That's a current rumor and speculation. It's not been confirmed yet, so I don't want to die on the hill that they are going to reboot 100% confirmed, and then it ends up not being rebooted, and I look like a fool and my credibility is shot. But it seems very likely that they reboot after Secret Wars. Soft reboot, like you say, soft reboot. So it's a new timeline. Some things have happened the same way. Some things have happened a different way. Some actors are still playing those roles. Some actors are still not playing those roles, depending. My second episode of the reboot recast series, or what do they call it, reboot ranking, is coming soon. It depends if it might be this coming week or it might be the week after, depending on when I can get that other Lego video done. Yeah, I think there's a really strong chance that Secret Wars leads into a soft reboot of the MCU, which I think makes the most sense. I honestly think that's just a smart move, 20 years at that point, you're going to want to use all your characters at your disposal now that the X-Men and Fantastic Four are around. So I think it makes sense. I think it's a smart move to do a soft reboot. Pretty sure What If Season 3? Yeah, we're getting What If Season 3. I hope we get the 2012 revival Spider-Man, same cast animations. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I'm thinking you're saying Ultimate Spider-Man. I grew up with that show. I love that show. It's not my favorite Spider-Man show. That's the 90s series, but I really, really love Ultimate Spider-Man. Obviously, it's probably not going to get a revival with everything around Drake Bell, right? But I love that series, and that series always have a special place in my heart, for sure. Really hope She-Hulk gets an appearance on Born Again in Cap 4. I don't know if she'll be in Cap 4, although I see why you would say that, right? Because Red Hulk and the leader. It's definitely not impossible. I really do want her to show up in Born Again, even if it's as simple as one scene where she's on a FaceTime call with Matt Murdock. That's it. Honestly, that's fine with me. I would just love to see a cameo or appearance of her in Season 1 or 2. Seems less likely for Season 1 now because there hasn't been any reports of her being in it. However, there weren't any reports of Kamala's dad being in the show either, and we now know he is. So we'll just have to wait and see. I am right with you, though. I hope that she shows up. Jock Cop, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks again. I thought the animation panel was tomorrow. It's in an hour and a half. When I was doing the stream last night, when I was doing the previous stream, the animation panel was tomorrow for me, because the entertainment showcase panel was on Friday night, and then today is Saturday for me. Time zones, though, I think made it so that for certain people, they were both on the same day. But for me, it was tomorrow, yesterday. So what are we expecting today? What If, X-97, Marvel Zombies? So we actually know pretty much exactly what to expect. In terms of what's being talked about, we don't know what to expect trailer-wise or footage-wise. But the description for this panel on the official D23 website says, see what's coming next to Disney Plus from Marvel Animation with special guests and first looks at hotly anticipated series including Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, future seasons of What If, and X-97, and more. So I think we can expect at least some news, some words, and people in attendance to see footage from Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, What If Season 3, X-97 Season 2. They say and more, so I'm hoping we'll get at least some news on Marvel Zombies there. In terms of trailers, I think the two shows that have the highest chance of getting trailers released to the public are Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda, since it seems like those two shows are still possibly releasing this year, whereas What If Season 3 and X-97 Season 2 are confirmed, or at least reported to be released next year. I know this isn't a Marvel thing. I'm just going to say, if you are excited for a Harry Potter reboot, I am as much as I love the OG Harry Potter people. I'm excited because the Harry Potter books are huge, thick books. I'll watch it. I don't know if I'm excited for it. I'm not excited for it. I love the movies. I grew up with the movies in that franchise, and when I think of Harry Potter, I think of Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson in those roles. So seeing any other actors in those roles, is gonna be weird. No hate to whoever ends up getting cast. But I'm also very nervous that the internet's gonna be the internet, and regardless of these kids' ability, they're just gonna be hated on because they're not Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint. So I'm not excited for it, but it's not one of my most anticipated things coming up. I knew if that's before an animated show would be cool. Whoever said that, I did a Lego intro of the Nice team. Nice, dude. That's so cool. Did you see this YouTuber Soups got a package sent to him by the Russo brothers, and he received a never before seen picture of RDJ as Doom? I did not. I did not see that. That seems a little weird that would be there and wasn't more widespread online, honestly. But no, I did not see that. I want Bullseye to fight him. I love Bullseye. You forgot about Daredevil mythology. I love Daredevil's mythology as well. It's so rich. The stories are rich with great comic art. That indeed they are. Indeed they are. Beavis, what's up, man? As a Javier, welcome back. He's tuning in. Says, I'm so hyped for the Spider-Man show. Me too. Me too. Yeah, that's Joe's most anticipated project from this animation panel. I'm really excited for it. Hopefully you get something from it. Fingers crossed. Dark Lightning Gaming, welcome back. Nice to have you. Says, I'm back. 4th stream ever. Appreciate you tuning back in, man. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to have you here. Just call the 4. Fantastic 4. Hear me out. The next Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man and the Human Torch, would be great. You are preaching to the choir there. I actually want it to be a miniseries on Disney Plus, which I know is even less likely to happen. But I think a Spider-Man Human Torch miniseries on Disney Plus, like 4 to 6 episodes, would be enough. But yeah, even seeing them together in a movie would be great. I really, really want to see them teaming up and interacting on screen. Unfortunately, because of the relationship with Sony, I don't think that's going to happen, at least anytime soon. But you are definitely preaching to the choir there, my man. I am one of the biggest advocates for some sort of Spider-Man Human Torch crossover in live action. Team up. How do you feel about 2 videos in a row, technically clickbait? SDCC 2024 was X-Men and D23 Blade and Doom. It's fine though. Yeah, it happens. When I make the thumbnails for these live streams, I put at least 1 or 2 things that we know is definitely going to be there and talked about. So last night we knew that Daredevil was definitely going to be talked about. But I added Blade and Dr. Doom because Blade we still don't know. And we were all hoping for some sort of update on that slate to know when Blade's releasing. And then Doom just because that was just announced. It's possible we would get some news on it. And color theory-wise, I know, it was getting really nerdy. Color theory-wise, in the thumbnail, Doom looked the best. Color-wise with the 2 reds. And yeah, SCC 24 X-Men. That, honestly, I did think there was a slight chance because, well, I thought SDCC would be slightly bigger. I didn't realize they would just be focusing on 3 movies and then the announcement at the end. But there are rumors that the X-Men film could be filming as early as late next year. So with that, I thought, maybe there's a chance they talk about that here and they say, oh, we got X-Men coming up very soon. But didn't happen. Is what it is. I'll take ownership of it. That things were in the thumbnail that didn't happen. I apologize about that. If that misled anybody. Miss Lilith, nice to have you back here. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, excited for Eyes of Wakanda. Me too. Me too. I think, like Joe was saying before, I think this is the show that people are definitely sleeping on right now. And I think once a trailer is released, I think people will be more open and excited for it. I hope that Tom Holland gets the famous featured Fantastic Four story. For those that know, I hope they do that after 10 years contract. Me too. Me too. If they hint, imply, announce what is season 4, I'll be extremely happy regardless of what else happens. It's right now it's implied. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say for certain, right? But the description for this panel says future seasons, plural, of What If. The only season we know about right now is season 3. So, it seems to be hinted at and applied right now. But I don't want to say that for sure, but they did say future seasons. Could have been just a copy and paste, though, you know, of something before. I don't know. It is interesting wording. Eyes of Wakanda sounds interesting. I hope we get the Black Panthers before T'Challa and Shuri. I think that's the premise as well. I think we'll see the first ever Black Panther is the current rumor, which is really interesting to me and really exciting. Nova Bea, what's up, man? Welcome back, and Harry. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Hey, are you doing? Doing good. I'm excited for this stream. Excited for this panel. Looking forward to it. How you doing? What's your favorite X-Men film? My favorite X-Men film, it goes back and forth. Every time every time I rewatch them, it goes back and forth. But my two favorite is First Class and Days of Future Past. I think as time goes on, I put First Class above Days of Future Past because it's not that I appreciate Wolverine less, but when I first saw those two movies, Wolverine was like my favorite character, like period. But as time goes on, I feel like I appreciate Charles and Magneto more, and I feel like I appreciate the story of First Class more than Days of Future Past. Well, that being said, though, both movies are all-timers in terms of like best comic book movies ever. They're so good. So they're both up there. It really does go back and forth each time I watch one, but those are my two favorites. Red Guardian and Bucky, thank you. And there's a rumored episode where Spider-Man becomes Moon Knight. Really? Interesting. That is a what if. That is for sure a what if. If that is true, I'm really interested about that. What's up, David Cargo? Welcome back. Nice to have you. Thank you for tuning in. You think in the next Spider-Man movie, people will still blame Spidey for Mysterio's death, as the court of public appeal was still up in the air? I don't know if it'll really be touched upon anymore, honestly. There's a lot more going on in the MCU. I don't know if people still really think about that. I don't know. That's a hard question. I don't know. Because since we don't even know what the premise and the story of the movie is, it's hard to say what else will be incorporated in that and will be a part of that. I think there would definitely be some people in the world who definitely blame Mysterio's death, but it could be a case where people are just like, it's been long enough, I don't really care anymore, you know? Santiago Quintana, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I feel like they need more movies to set up Secret Wars. Shang-Chi 2, Thor 5, Doctor Strange 3, but I don't see them fitting them all in 2 years. I disagree with that sentiment. Because this is different than Infinity War and Endgame, for example. We have now almost 20 years of setup. You know, all of the MCU is set up for Secret Wars. And then we have Fantastic Four, which will probably directly tie in. We will have probably at least one of those, Santiago, if not two, before, or in the middle, between Doomsday and Secret Wars. And yeah, a lot of these, all the main players really have been set up, except for the Fantastic Four, and that's released next year. And we all know the Fantastic Four. We've all seen those movies, the original ones. But yeah, I mean, Sam Wilson, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Thor, Hulk, Daredevil, Bucky Barnes, who else? The Guardians of the Galaxy, Shang-Chi, you know, he has one movie already. And all we had before Infinity War and Endgame was one movie for Doctor Strange and one movie for Spider-Man. I know he was in, you know, another one, but one Spider-Man solo film, one Black Panther solo film. So honestly, I don't think there's that much more they need to set up beforehand. X-97 or X-Men films, what do you prefer? Ooh. Good question. It's tough, right? It's tough. I literally finished X-97 like an hour and a half ago. 2 hours ago. But it was so good. It was so good. I would probably, yeah, I'd probably say X-97. Now, I still love the Fox films. I think every Fox X-Men film, other than Dark Phoenix, is baseline good. Now that could be like baseline for some of them. But I think I find enjoyment in all of them other than Dark Phoenix. Obviously, some more than others and some less than others. And movies like X2, Days of Future Past, First Class are some of my favorite superhero films ever. But I mean, at the end of the day, the Fox films don't really do the characters justice. X-97 does, especially Cyclops, my favorite character. So that has to beat out the Fox films for me. You know what? Speaking of Daredevil, I would love Elektra to get her own show. Bring back the Netflix actress involved in the new Elektra. I honestly have no interest in seeing Elektra again. We got her in season 2, and then she was brought back again for Defenders. I don't know. I'm kind of over Elektra, if I'm being honest. I'm not too interested in Elektra. Do you have any opinions on that, Joe? Seeing Elektra again in the MCU, would you want her to be brought back for Daredevil Born Again season 2?
I feel the same as you do. I'm not personally attached or emotionally attached to Elektra, but I think it would be pretty cool to see her again. I feel like I don't know too much about their relationship in the comics, at least, but I do know that like she is important to Daredevil, so perhaps within the MCU she'd be a little different. But you know, like I said, I don't have any emotional attachment. If they don't have her again, I'd be fine. But if they do, I would like to see her to be a little different. Maybe in the comic she's better, so maybe closer to her comic counterpart. But I just, you know, I don't feel strongly towards her.
Yeah, fair enough. Film Watching 96, welcome to Have Everything tuning in, says, do you guys think we will get a surprise at this panel? I'm going to say no. I really don't. I think the biggest quote-unquote surprise would be an announcement of What If Season 4. I think they already have a lot of animated shows lined up with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, X-97, and What If, and Marvel Zombies. That's 5 animated shows already on the docket. I don't know. I don't think they really should have another one that's in the works right now. I think that's a lot to focus on. Make sure that these are good. I think the only possible surprises would be another season of What If. I think a season 4 would be a surprise announcement for sure, and another trailer that we're not expecting right now. I think the only trailers we're expecting, at most, and this we not even get both these, but at most a trailer for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda. I think any trailers released to the public beyond those would be a surprise. I don't know. Are you expecting any surprises here?
No, I'm not expecting any surprises, but perhaps that means that we could be surprised greatly. But like you said, I don't think that they have the opportunity to do anything. Maybe there's an animated film no one knows about, but I don't even think that's possible.
Yeah, that's a good call. I didn't think of that. Maybe that, but yeah, like you said, I don't know if that would have been able to be kept a secret this long.
Yeah.
I think a Daily Bugle miniseries by the MCU would be dope. I'd be down for that. I think that'd be fun. Little office style Daily Bugle series. TF3100, welcome, nice to have you back here. Thanks for tuning in. Says, just picked up my first What If book. Got the complete collection, volume 3. Nice, dude. Nice. That should hopefully be a fun read. Would you like to see more from X-97 in live action? Well, okay, here's the thing with Morph, right? His powers are so cool, because if I'm not mistaken, and I was a little confused on this, so please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Morph's power is he can morph into any superhero and also have their powers, yeah? Is that right? Because it seems like every time he morphs into a hero, he gains their powers. Like, he morphs into Quicksilver, he becomes super fast. He morphs into the Hulk, you know. So, okay, maybe this is a plot hole, Lightning Gaming, but why didn't Morph just morph into Magneto? And in the finale, if they needed Magneto to reverse what he did to the Earth, why wouldn't he just morph into Magneto? I love the show. Like, this is me trying to criticize the show, but so that being his powers, right? Since that is Morph's power, is to have powers, is he morphs into another superhero. That gets expensive real quick because it being in live action, you would need those actual actors, right? Let's say he morphs into Quicksilver in live action, right? You would need whoever ends up playing Quicksilver, if he's not in that movie, to show up. If he morphs into Captain America, you would need the Captain America actor to be there, right? That would get expensive real quick. So I think just for budgetary reasons, they just really can't do Morph unless it's, say, a huge crossover film like Avengers vs. X-Men, like Secret Wars, where you already have all those actors on the pay sheet. It's like, okay, we need you for this day, for this scene, you know? Other than that, I don't think you really can. Plot holes? Fair enough. Hey, that's fine. It's not something I'm overly thinking about. Like I said, it's still peak. It's still peak storytelling. But it is a thought that I had. John K, welcome to have you. Thanks for tuning in. The Marvel Animation future is bright. I hope for its success. I agree. So far, what they've put out has it only been What If and X-97? Has there been another animated Marvel show or Marvel television show? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, both are really good. I think What If season 1 for me was definitely stronger than season 2. But both seasons were enjoyable. And X-97 is, like I said, is peak. So they are on a good streak right now. What they have lined up also seems really exciting. I'm hoping for the best for the future of Marvel Animation as well. Man, I love these Marvel Animation shows on Disney Plus. They've been great. They have been great. Can you confirm? Oh, also, welcome, Louis Feliciano. Actually, I think you're here before. You super chatted, yeah? Yeah, I apologize. Can you confirm if it's true that the late, great actor Karma de los Reyes is playing White Tiger in Daredevil Born Again? He passed away from cancer last year. I don't know. He was in the trailer, I believe, for X-97. I believe they showed his face. I did not recognize the actor. So I cannot, I can't confirm. I apologize. Exotic Vibes, nice to have you back. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, you surprised that Wonder Man was given an update in D23? Was it? There wasn't a Wonder Man update yesterday. You mean to say was not? If you meant to say was not, no, I'm not surprised it wasn't given an update. Honestly, it doesn't come out probably until late next year, if not 2026, and by then there'll be like 1 or 2 San Diego Comic-Cons by then, possibly another D23. So no, I'm not that surprised that it wasn't given one. I didn't see any updates for Wonder Man, though. Anonymous D, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, zombie trailer or we riot? I would not expect one. Marvel Zombies, I think, is releasing later than your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda. I'm not expecting any trailers for anything other than those 2 shows here, so I wouldn't go into this expecting a Marvel Zombies trailer, but, yeah, who knows? Did you see the possibility of Channing Tatum Gambit might be a thing? I did see that. I'd be down for it. I think he's proven all the haters wrong. I think he's proven himself right, with Deadpool Wolverine, so I'd be down for it. I'm here for a Channing Tatum Gambit solo project. Think they will ever return to Inhumans and try to fit them back into the MCU? Yes. Post Secret Wars in the likely reboot. I think they wait. Maybe they bring back Black Bolt or Medusa in Secret Wars. That's not out of the question. But I think they wait to introduce the Inhumans properly until after Secret Wars, when it's a reboot universe, and I think in that universe we'll have everyone. X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers, Inhumans, everyone in the MCU. Yeah, I'm super happy Disney bought Fox. As much as I love Fox films, but Disney will do better. I hope so. I am optimistic for it, for sure. Zelda, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, hey, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thoughts on RDJ as Doom? Personally, I think it's perfect casting. Yeah, I am confused in an intrigued way. Not in a negative way, just in an, like, I'm curious as to why. And I trust the Russos, I trust McFeely, the writer, and I trust RDJ. Yeah, I'm going into it with an open mind. It's kind of where we're at. Any live stream after this one? The probable, hopeful next live stream after this one will be for Agatha. I'm hoping to do weekly live streams for that. I like to do those for new shows. Sometimes it falls through just because life gets busy and I can't, but I'm hoping to do weekly live streams to discuss new episodes of Agatha all along. So hopefully that'll be the next one, because I don't think there's any big reveals or announcements between now and then. I'm going to throw a wild card and say they're in the works of a Spider-Man 98. But that is just wishful thinking anyways. I can't wait for what we were getting. I would love an X98. That is my favorite version of Spider-Man. So I would love an X98. I don't think it's being worked on. I don't see them releasing and working on two different Spider-Man animated shows at once. Having one animated show and one live action, I think, makes sense. Is fine. Nothing too weird there. Not that it's weird to have two different Spider-Man shows at the same time, but it just feels like a lot to do that. So I don't think that is in the cards right now. What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
Yeah, I think especially because they're making Spider-Man freshman year, I feel like they would want to try to give Spider-Man freshman year the spotlight. And if they announce Spider-Man 98 here, everyone's going to forget about Spider-Man freshman year. All of that is just going to go away, and everybody's going to be watching Spider-Man 98. While freshman year is really cool, everyone loves Spider-Man 98. So I guess in that sense, it is like safer to do Spider-Man 98, but because they've already announced Spider-Man freshman year and because it's already confirmed that it's going to be showcased here, I'm not of the belief that Spider-Man 98 is going to have something, but educated wish, you know?
That's right. That's right. Like I said, the Marvel Animation is awesome. It is indeed. Donovan Martin, welcome back. Nice to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I don't know about any news about Eyes of Wakanda because Active Studios, who's behind it, is basically shut down. Interesting. I mean, it's literally in the description for this panel. It says, see what's coming next to Disney Plus from Marvel Animation with special guests and first looks at hotly anticipated series, including Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, features of Seasons of What If, and X-97. Eyes of Wakanda is listed there, so I think it seems like it's still releasing then. It's still planned to release. Caleb Richardson, nice to have you. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I think they could announce a season 4 of What If with Fox X-Men storylines to loosely tie into Deadpool Wolverine. I'd be down for that. I'd be so down for that. If they do any seasons of What If past season 3, I think they really should start diving into some X-Men What Ifs, some Fantastic Four What Ifs. Because they have them now. They can, right? With What If seasons 1 and 2, it was still, they were being made still in that limbo period between and right after Disney bought Fox, but now, why not, right? Why not showcase some What Ifs with X-Men and Fantastic Four characters? I'd be down for that.
It'd be cool if they had Deadpool in What If season, because he'd kind of be like an annoying Ultron where he could see the Watcher, no?
Right, I would think so. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool. I doubt we get any X-97 stuff publicly. I agree. I think people in attendance will definitely be shown some footage of Season 2. I don't think we'll get to see any. I mean, aren't the animated Spider-Man show and Wakanda supposed to release sometime this year? Yes. Well, that's the current rumor. We really don't know officially when any of these shows are supposed to release, but the current rumor and report is that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda are supposed to release this year. X-97 Season 2 and What If Season 3 are supposed to be next year. Marvel Zombies, honestly, who knows at this point? So because of that, that's why I'm more confident in a possible public release for trailers for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda than I am What If Season 3 and X-97 Season 2. I wonder if making Doctor Doom the villain was part of the plan the whole time. Since we are seeing him a lot in many games right now, like Fortnite and Rivals, there part of you that wishes finish Kang. I had the same thought about Doom. I didn't have the same thought that it was the plan all along. I don't think that was the case, genuinely. I think Doom was what they realized they kind of had to do if they didn't want to continue Kang, which seems like they didn't want to do. And the whole thing, I think this is like a wrestling thing, right? Where if the main card or whatever that you set up, the person now was like, oh, he's gonna be here if they drop out. The person you get to replace who dropped out has to be bigger. So that bringing in Doom, especially an RDJ Doom, is bigger than Kang. But I had the same thought, like, wow, Doom is everywhere right now. He's gonna be in the main villain of these Avenger films. He's the main villain in the next Fortnite season. He's the main villain of Marvel Rivals. He's kind of everywhere. A part of me does wish they finished Kang. When the whole thing came out about Jonathan Majors, I was saying just recast. Like, there's nothing wrong with recasting. You set him up. Kang's an interesting villain. It's the plan. Just recast. No reason to change ship. Obviously, it didn't happen, and I trust that they made the right decision. I'm sure that they had very long talks about what they should do, and they explored every avenue and went down the rabbit hole through every avenue, every choice. So if they felt like the best choice was to not go down the Kang rabbit hole and not explore that route, and instead go the Doctor Doom route, then I trust that that's the decision that was right. I feel like we might get a brief synopsis for Season 2 and then get pictures of the new season. Possible. Dominique, welcome. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, any theories on how we're gonna get Red Hulk without Bruce Banner's blood? I for real think he'll be in the Cap 4 movie, especially since we know that recreating another Hulk isn't possible without his DNA. I think there's a couple options. I think one option is Hulk is in the movie, like you say. I think another option is the leader uses some of his own blood because Banner's blood is in the leader's blood because it got mixed in the Incredible Hulk movie, and that's how he became the leader. And I think the third option is it's more of a synthetic blood, and that's why he's turned into a Red Hulk, because it's not as stable as quote unquote stable as Bruce Banner's blood. Those are my theories right now, my thoughts. What are your thoughts on that, Joe? Do you have any theories on how we're getting Red Hulk without Bruce Banner's blood?
Didn't he already get Bruce Banner's blood in The Incredible Hulk? Wasn't he like saving a bunch of it at the end of
Maybe
Incredible Hulk?
It's my least favorite MC movie, so I've only seen it like twice. So I don't remember.
I believe it's possible. Like I think the start of that storyline was like Bruce Banner had been trying to find a cure for the Hulk and the Incredible Hulk and kept sending blood samples. It's very possible that he just has the blood samples from when he first was working with the leader as like Mr. Blue and Mr. Green.
There you go. I don't know if he gets their powers in the comics, and I think the X-97 writers kind of created Deus Ex Machina with Morse powers. Fair enough. All right, yes, there's the Groot animated show, the I Am Groot. That was cute. And the Disney Junior Marvel shows. Yeah, I don't count the Disney Junior Marvel shows because that's not a part of the Marvel Animation brand. That's a different thing. Thomas Bennett, welcome to everything tuning. He said, just saw the Fortnite live event, not the D23 one, the Battle Royale one. Yeah, I know it was happening now. I wanted to be a part of that. I think this is the first live event that I wasn't at least watching live. There's one or two that I haven't actually just been in the game for, but this is the one that I at least watched those live. This is the first one that I haven't watched live. I'll watch it after this stream. I'm excited for the D23 one tonight, though. Mr. Comics, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, Season 1, What If was a lot better than the predecessor. You mean Season 2? Better than Season 2? I agree. Is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda supposed to release this year? That's the current rumor and report. We don't know for certain. Hopefully today, that's what we get. I would rather have that than trailers, honestly. At the end of the day, if they just let us know when these things are releasing, or at least the years and seasons in those years, That's fine. That's enough. Obviously, though, trailers would be great and ideal if that happens. But yeah, I think those are rumored to be this year. There's also MODOK and Hitmonkey. Marvel animated shows. Don't know if they're directly under the Marvel animation banner. Those are different as well. I think those are a separate. I don't know if it's a division's the right term. Yeah, and Moon Girl. I think those are separate than these shows. Tim Jones, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, could Young Avengers be a surprise announcement for an animated movie? Sure, totally could be. I don't think so. I think my gut just tells me that Young Avengers has been scrapped. But no, it's totally possible that that's a surprise announcement for an animated movie. Did you watch the Daredevil trailer leak or not? Yeah, we did. It looks really good. Looks really good. I'm really excited for it. Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts again on the trailer, Joe?
Yeah, I think it looks incredible. I'm super excited for it. I really like the aspect, or at least just the scene of him and. Can we talk about the specific scenes in the trailer? Or
yeah.
Okay, I like that scene where Fisk and him are talking in the like diner.
Yeah.
That I really liked.
Think we were getting Eyes of Wakanda and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man trailers or not? I think those are the two most likely shows to get trailers. I think we get at least one trailer publicly. I'd be surprised if we don't get any. But I think it's going to be one of those two, if not both. I think both would be cool and a shock and a lot. I'm not expecting both. I'm expecting just one. If we get any more than that's a crazy shock for sure. Rez Snapper, Marvel Snap, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Or thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, we'll almost certainly get trailer for Eyes of Wakanda. We'll 100% be getting Spidey trailer. I don't know. 2 trailers is a lot. They seem to not be releasing multiple trailers for each division at D23 here. We only got 1 Star Wars trailer, only 1 Marvel trailer. Only 1 Pixar trailer. Yeah, it was just for that show.
Possible they get a trailer, but we don't.
Oh no, that's definitely gonna happen. I have a strong feeling that for people in attendance, we'll see footage from all the shows. It's just a matter of what gets released to the public.
Right. That's like the tricky thing. It's like footage was shown, it just wasn't shown publicly.
Yeah. You guys think the events of Captain America: Brave New World will affect Daredevil Born Again with Fisk becoming mayor? No, I don't think so. Brave New World releases before Born Again. Maybe a quick mention or reference to Brave New World, but I don't think it'll have any direct setup or connection to Born Again. What do you think?
Yeah, I think with Brave New World, it's dealing with a different aspect of like the world, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Daredevil Born Again, it feels a little more, I guess, personal is how I would describe it. It's like something that's short term, like close by with the world, whereas Captain America: Brave New World is more of the larger scope.
Yeah,
it's at least how I feel about it.
What if X-97, Spidey's Amazing Friends, I'm Groot, You're Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, Marvel Zombies are the banner. There you go. Hot take: Avengers Assemble was good, and they should make a continuation of it. I have not seen that show, so I cannot comment on that. Have you seen that show at all?
I haven't. I actually haven't. I didn't like grow up on it.
Yeah. I heard that Earth's Mightiest Heroes was really good. That's one that I see a lot of people really would talk about it and gravitate towards a lot.
Especially lately with everything about Doom, I feel like a lot of people have referred to Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah. Anderson Carlos, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says trailer Marvel Zombies, Eyes of Wakanda, and Spider-Man. Definitely at least one of the Eyes of Wakanda and Spider-Man. Not so sure about Marvel Zombies, but I would not be opposed to it. I'd be very excited if they released a trailer. Wasn't it confirmed that Blade and Storm will appear next season? I don't know if it was confirmed. I feel like it's been reported on and rumored, but I don't know if it was ever confirmed. What's up, Shin? No, thanks for tuning in, man. Nice to have you here. Welcome back. How's it going? Do you think Moana can hit the $1 billion mark when it hits theaters? Imagine Disney ending with 3 $1 billion films in 2024. Yeah, I think it's totally possible with the love around the first Moana movie. What did the first Moana make? I feel like it made $1 billion, right? Oh, it didn't. 687 million.
Wow.
Maybe not then. I don't know. I thought that hit $1 billion. Maybe not. I think it hits somewhere between, if it's good, obviously. I think it hits somewhere between 800 and $1 billion. 800 million and $1 billion. Every trailer, public or leaked, I see a Brave New World. I cannot wait for it. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm really excited for it. I'm back. What do you think they'll do with the MCU after Secret Wars if they reboot, soft reboot? What would you like to keep and what would you like to remove and what would you like to add? Well, they're definitely adding the X-Men, and that's something that I would definitely like to see. They'll be the main focus. Fantastic Four as well. I think they'll keep... Well, you know, there's a lot. They're going to keep some actors, recast others. I've already sort of discussed what actors I think they'll recast and won't recast in terms of the Avengers. I made a video on that. I haven't really thought through the other characters yet. Once those videos come out is when I'll think through them. But I want to see them adapt Dark Phoenix properly. I want to see Doom be one of the main villains. I want to see the X-Men be done justice. That's really all I care about in terms of the reboot. How about you, Joe? What do you have any thoughts on reboot? What you want to see?
I think your video as to who would get like recasted is actually pretty accurate. I feel like they would keep for sure Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like he's even said he'll play Spider-Man till like he doesn't want to, or just like he's willing to do it for the long term.
Yeah.
As far as what they'll remove, I mean, there's so many factors to talk about. It's like a whole universe that you'd have to go into the details of. So it's hard to say what they would remove and keep specifically, but like you said, I think a few characters will be recasted, and it'll just be a different foundation for the universe.
Yeah. I think the leader might be a misdirect for being the main villain of Brave New World, since it seems like a bigger conspiracy is at play. They made sure to emphasize in the trailer, thrillers are always twists. Possible. I feel like the misdirection is Red Hulk. I feel like it seems like, you know, there is a conspiracy, right? And Red Hulk is being hyped up as this big threat, and that he's gonna fight Red Hulk and all that. But I think the twist is just that the leader's behind it all, which I know is like we know already, but I don't know. You could totally be right though. You could totally be correct.
I feel like the twist is the Serpent Society. Is that the right name?
Yeah,
Serpent
but they were already announced up too, officially.
Yeah, but everyone's sleeping on them.
Maybe. Incredible Hulk is one of your favorite MCU movies. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I hope they announced the big screen X-97 movie they were talking about. I don't think that was ever really talked about. They could have been, and I could have missed it. I don't remember seeing anything about a X-97 movie. The Elite Battle Angel, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. It's going to be greatness. I can't wait. Hopefully we get some revivals on Marvel shows like the Avengers cartoon, the Real Avengers cartoon, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Maybe. I know people are definitely clamoring for that. I wouldn't go in expecting that at all. I honestly wouldn't expect any other show revivals other than X-97. It's totally possible, especially with the success of 97, but I don't see them going out of the way now to revive every Marvel show, you know? I feel like X-97 was a one-time kind of thing. Armor Wars has not started filming yet, and people starting saying they should cancel it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say they should cancel it. But it hasn't started filming yet. I don't know if we even have a director yet. Yeah, I feel like that project is more in limbo than Blade. I feel like that project has less of a chance of happening. If the MCU would make a big screen animated movie, what storyline would you want it to be? Whatever storyline they want. There isn't a storyline necessarily that I want to be seen specifically in animation. I love animation, but I always gravitate more towards live action than animation. So all the storylines I want to see are storylines I want to see in live action. I don't have a particular storyline that I want to see in animation necessarily. Do you, Joe?
Someone had said earlier, like, not in the chat, but rather on just social media, that instead of adapting storylines, they should really be focused on adapting characters. And I don't know, that just made me think, like, yeah, there's not a specific storyline that I would say I would want adapted, but just continue adapting these characters, and I think the rest, whatever storyline that they choose, would be really good.
Born Identity, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I'm amazed nothing has leaked on either Eyes of Wakanda or freshman year thus far. Like, zero. Yeah, that is kind of crazy, right? I mean, there's been some rumored plot lines, but even then, you don't know if they're credible or not. Hey, really not many leaks at all. If Insomniac Marvel Gaming Universe would happen, what games would you want to see? The ones that everyone asked for. Daredevil. I mean, and the other one that I want, like, was leaked, so I don't know if that even counts, but X-Men. Yeah, Daredevil and X-Men would be the two I want to see. What about you, Joe?
For sure, Daredevil. I'm trying to think who else would be a fun game. I mean, I feel like an Iron Fist game would be really cool. Just because, for me, there was a game called Friend or Foe, and Iron Fist was like one of the first companions you unlock in that game. Spider-Man Friend or Foe. So I just think it would be cool just for the chance that Iron Fist would be able to team up with Spider-Man in a gaming format.
Moon Girl, Double Dinosaur, Hitmonkey, MODOK, and Spidey and His Amazing Friends are made by Marvel Animation, but they're not under the same banner. They're just under the generic Marvel banner. Gotcha. Thank you, Caleb. Would you want Daredevil and Punisher in Midnight Suns? I don't know anything about the Midnight Suns, but I know that Punisher is not actually part of the team. He's just... There's that popular picture that goes around with Midnight Suns, and he's on that like picture, but apparently Punisher has like never been on the team. Isn't Midnight Suns more like Magic anyway? Neither one has Magic, so on the top of my head, I'm gonna say no. But I mean, who knows? Who knows? You see the pic of live action Stitch? Yes, yeah, we saw that last night when we were doing the stream. Looks fine. I never had an attachment to Lilo and Stitch, so I don't really have an opinion. What did you think of that? The first look at live action Stitch, Joe?
Yeah, when I first saw it, my comparison was with the Sonic movie CGI after its glow up, after they had gotten the fan reciprocation and made some edits to the CGI, and it looked much more like Sonic. That's how I felt about Stitch. I feel like there's no touch-up needed. It just looks like Stitch, and I think it looks solid.
Yeah. Do you like DC as well, or as well as Marvel, or are you just an all Marvel kind of guy? I actually like DC more. Not like movie side of things, but just like pure characters. I'm more DC than Marvel, but I'm not someone who really likes to compare them all that much. I just love both of them. I'm a huge fan of Marvel and DC. I think you can be fans of both. I think you can coexist and just, enjoy both. I do. I'm just an overall nerd. Like, I like Marvel, I like DC, I like Star Wars, Doctor Who, Game of Thrones, like all that jazz. I'm a huge fan of. So I love both. No, I have a DC channel as well. And a Star Wars channel, basically DC, basically Star Wars, that I haven't published on in a while, but I'm hoping to soon. I've been saying that for a long time, but no, I like both. I like both. I also just realized we streamed for 5 hours last night.
Huh.
That's crazy. It's similar to how DC Studios moving forward will be making everything DC, but non-DC products won't be under the DC Studios logo, just a generic DC logo. Yeah. There should be a continuation of Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's what people say. I've never seen it, so I can't comment on it, but I know that there are people out there who want it for sure. Who do you prefer to direct Thor 5? Please don't say Sam Raimi. No, definitely not Sam Raimi. I don't really get, honestly, that people want Sam Raimi to direct, like, everything. Especially after what's so crazy to me is with Multiverse of Madness, it was the one time where people didn't blame the director for choices they didn't like, which is because it was Sam Raimi. Because Sam Raimi can do no wrong, apparently. I like Multiverse of Madness too. Like, that's not me trying to crap on that movie or him. I really like the movie. I think it's really quite fun. But like, most of the things that people dislike about that movie were actually like Sam Raimi changes and Sam Raimi isms, but he can do no wrong. Anyway, as a whatever. No, definitely not Sam Raimi. I don't have someone that I prefer to direct Thor 5. I just want Thor 5 to be good. And that's no slight on any previous Thor movie. Hot take. We're continuing my hot takes. Hot take, Thor 4 is my favorite Thor movie. So I'm down for whatever direction they go in with Thor 5. I don't really have a director in mind. Louis Talavera, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, hey guys, do you think we'll see the Eternals again soon? No, I don't. Well, I mean, we'll see Icarus in What If, I believe. Zombie Icarus. But, not in What If, sorry, in Marvel Zombies. Maybe we'll see them in What If? I don't think we'll see them in live action anytime soon. What do you think, Joe?
Soon, I wouldn't say so. No, I don't think it was received all that well. So they're focusing on a lot more right now. But perhaps in What If they'll be seen more. But other than that, the closest thing with Eternals, I don't see it happening anytime really soon.
Yeah. I don't want Cyclops to be silent this time. Me too. He's like the Captain America, the X-Men. He is, and he has that amazing rivalry with Captain America. Cyclops should be as famous and popular and beloved as Captain America. Like, he needs to be on that level in the MCU.
Really sucks that James Marsden was casted but not utilized.
Yeah. Who is the best superhero of all time? In terms of like favorite, I mean my answer is kind of a cheat answer because my favorite superhero technically isn't a hero. He's an anti-hero. Red Hood's my favorite. Yeah. And Joe's a Spider-Man.
Miles specifically.
What are your top 5 MCU projects since Endgame? Top 5 since Endgame. In order from like 5 being least good, but still like obviously good. 1 being the best, my favorite. That. Okay. Off the top of my head, I would say 5. Guardians 3. 4. Deadpool and Wolverine. 3. Loki Season 2. 2. No Way Home. And 1. Falcon and Winter Soldier. How about you, Joe?
I would say 1. No Way Home. 2. Loki Season 2.
More than Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Huh?
3. Falcon Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
4. Guardians 3. 5. Deadpool Wolverine.
Okay. Your top 10 Marvel projects just ever. We'll keep it just to Marvel Studios, like Marvel MCU stuff. Top 10. I'm gonna go down from 1. So 1 being my favorite, just because that's easier for me to figure this out. Civil War. Endgame. Still not that easy to figure out. Civil War, Endgame. Falcon Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier. Infinity War. No, put No Way Home before Winter Soldier. Then Winter Soldier. Infinity War. Homecoming. Far From Home. Guardians 3. Loki Season 2. Guardians 3. There's 10. Some of that might like change. That might not be the exact order, but I think that'd be my top 10. What would be your top 10?
I'm surprised. You put Falcon and the Winter Soldier over Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah.
Really? Wow. That is surprising. Top MCU movie. I've debated this so many times because for me, there's 3 options.
Mm-hmm.
It's No Way Home, the first Doctor Strange, or Civil War. And it's so hard to say which one I like the most. I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange at 1, No Way Home, Civil War. Ooh. Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then Loki Season 2, Guardians 3, Deadpool Wolverine. Captain America, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man 2.
Wow. No Avengers movies in your top 10?
The Avengers movies are great.
Wow. Iron Man 2 is my least. No, Iron Man 2 is my most favorite Iron Man movie. That is actually. I can see that. Not in top 10 though. That's wild.
It's wild that you don't have an Iron Man movie in the top 10 to me.
Fudge Iron Man. We'll be going to my Team Cap ads with Iron Man praise. Tom Holland being Spider-Man for the long run literally is setting him up for life with all the money. Oh, he's already set up for life. He's already set up for life. He doesn't need to do any more. But yeah. I really think Disney should just do a hard reboot after Secret Wars, pull a James Gunn and pick up in a new universe with some of the same actors. Well, that's not a hard reboot. That is a soft reboot. And that's what James Gunn is doing. It's a new universe with like some things are the same, some things aren't, and I think that's what the MCU should do. New timeline, but some events have happened the same way. Some actors are the same, some actors are different. Hope someday they reveal Spider-Man 98 would be awesome. Would be very awesome. We both agree with you. It would be great, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen anytime soon. Ahmed, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says we need Moon Knight season 2. I don't know if need is the word I'd use, but I'd watch it.
I do see a lot of disappointment that there was no Moon Knight season 2 announcement.
Yeah. Would you rather be protected by Iron Man or sorcerers? Sorcerers. I think sorcerers is the easy choice there. What about you, Joe?
As much as I appreciate Iron Man and have him on my list, sorcerers can do a whole lot more than Iron Man can.
Yeah. Zach Klein, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, what mutant do you want to see show up in the MCU the most? Cyclops. That's always gonna be my answer. Cyclops and Magneto are my top 2. Gambit. For you?
Gambit, Nightcrawler for me.
Good choices. They're probably the ones right after Cyclops and Magneto for me. They're both done so well in X-Men 7 also. What director do you want to see direct a Marvel movie? I would love to see. I don't know. I don't know. Some of my favorite directors either have directed Marvel movies, or their style just doesn't fit with the Marvel movie. Like Tarantino, obviously he'll never do one. Denis Villeneuve, I highly doubt he'd ever do a Marvel movie. Chris Nolan also probably not. I don't know if I have one. I don't have a director I want to see direct a Marvel movie. Do you?
As Bryce Dallas Howard directed a Marvel movie? I know She directed a few Star Wars episodes,
She has
and
not.
I've always really liked it. So I feel like she'd be really good in Marvel environment.
Good answer. I second that answer. What if Marvel does Avengers versus X-Men as an animated movie, drop it in the middle of Doomsday and Secret Wars, have it be MCU versus Fox universe? That'd be cool, and I'd go see it, but I'd always feel like it was just a missed opportunity to not do live action. I'd rather see that in live action than animated, but I'd still go see it. Night one, obviously, yeah. Yeah, X-Men game was leaked. Insomniac, it's leaked that they're planning on making an X-Men game. From Anetic, welcome back. Nice to have everything tuning. He says, I love an Insomniac Deadpool game. That'd be fun. I'd be down for that. The older Midnight Suns team in the comics was like Ghost Rider, Morbius, Blade, and Johnny Blaze. Yeah, it's like supernatural side of the MCU, so I don't think Punisher or Daredevil really fit on that list. But yeah, there's different versions. Can't wait for the Fortnite next season. Hoping we get an Incredibles collab announcement at the Fortnite D23 panel. That'd be hype. I'd be so hype. But I can see them waiting to do Incredibles until Incredibles 3 comes out. But that'd be really, really hype. Stitch in live action, even more adorable. That might be a hot take. But I'm glad you think that. You think we'll see Luke Cage and Iron Fist in the MCU again? You know, I want to say yes. I want to say yes that they'll both show up in Daredevil Season 2. Born Again Season 2. But, you know, I don't think we should bet on it, but I'm going to say yes. What do you think, Joe?
I'm gonna go yeah. I feel like those two characters are, it would be a huge missed opportunity if they don't bring those characters into the MCU again. Whether it's a recast or the old actors, I think for sure they'd come back.
When do you think the MCU should end? Honestly, like until it's really not popular anymore. With comics and these comic franchises, you can just keep going and keep rebooting with new actors. And someone, I was watching a video and someone brought this up, and I think it's a great analogy. Even if you're like if you're readapting the same comic story, if you have new actors, new director, new writer adapting it, then it's gonna be new. It's gonna feel new. It's gonna feel different. And the analogy that they used was Shakespeare, and how Shakespeare is done over and over and over and over again for decades now, hundreds of years now, right? Why? It's the same script pretty much, but as a new actor, bringing a new side of that character out, you know? So it feels different. It feels new and unique. And these characters are the same. So when they inevitably recast Iron Man, right? That's okay. That's what they should do. They shouldn't not recast these characters just because an actor made an iconic once. You know, if that was the case, we'd never have another Spider-Man after Tobey Maguire. We'd never have another Batman after Michael Keaton. Never have another Superman after Christopher Reeve, right? It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I don't know if it should ever end. Really, I think it should just continue to be rebooted and reinterpreted. Do you think we'll ever get a live-action Marvel and DC crossover? No, and I hope not. Purely because to do that properly, you need both Marvel and DC to be equally liked and appreciated by the general audience, which will never happen. I like Doctor Strange too. It fits Sam, but Thor, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Thor really fits Sam Raimi's style. Who would you guys like to see direct MCU Spider-Man 4? My wish was always the Russo brothers. I was really praying and hoping for them. I don't really have a pick for Spider-Man 4 now. Jon Favreau would be cool, but he's busy with Star Wars, which is where he should stay. Yeah, I don't really have a pick for Spider-Man 4 director. Do you?
I definitely second the Russos. I've said this multiple times. I think a director that, you know, has an established directing career, but is also a fan of Spider-Man, is something that I have wanted to see.
Yeah, they have to be a Spider-Man fan. That has to be a criteria for sure. Who would you want to be guards if they existed in real life? Jedi or Avengers? I'd rather Jedi than Avengers. Easily. What about you? Guess it's not as
You
easily
know,
for you.
I mean, they have Avenge in the name. It doesn't sound like they'd be great guards. So I'm leaning towards Jedi.
Fair enough.
The Avengers.
The Avengers, not the pre-Avengers. Zack Snyder should direct Thor 5, I think. I don't think so. I'm a fan of Zack Snyder, but I don't want half the movie to be in slow-mo. I want Sam Raimi to direct a recast Deadpool movie post Secret Wars. I don't think Deadpool gets recast Secret Wars. I think Deadpool stays Ryan Reynolds until Ryan Reynolds is 90. See what I did there? I don't think he gets recast anytime soon. Saying hi, what's up, S. Mercus? Welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. It would be cool to put Black Knight in something. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing him on the minutes on Steam. Definitely want to see more of him. Emmanuel, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, do you think the Eternals can be folded into the cosmic side of the MCU? They sure can. Yeah, it's totally possible. Not a hard thing to do, but at the same time, because of the reception to their movie, I don't know if that's on the table right now. So, excuse me. So, who knows? If Daz was introduced in the MCU, would you want the popular fan cast? Can't pick Taylor Swift. No, I'm the biggest Taylor Swift hater you'll meet. Just straight up. Like, I'm not even trying to hide it. Not even trying to sugarcoat it. Not a fan. Not a fan. Hard no. Hard pass. Don't you try to be contrarian right now, Joe. Hard pass.
No, I agree. I also would give it a hard pass.
Bandit, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, given that Kamala was revealed to be a mutant at the end of Miss Marvel, do you think it would get touched upon in Marvel Zombies? It's totally possible that it gets touched upon. Maybe that's even a way that she's quote unquote immune to the virus, is that mutant gene. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. My answer is it's possible. It's not out of the question, which I feel like is a non-answer in and of itself. But yeah, it's honestly hard to say since we don't have any kind of footage or whatever, knowing of the plot. What do you think, Joe? Do you think it'll be touched upon at all?
Maybe. Honestly, if they, like it said, Deadpool and Wolverine did open a lot of opportunities. I think if there are other mutants, it could definitely be touched upon.
If Batman were ever sent to Marvel, could he ever take leadership from Cap? Oh, sure. I mean, he's Batman, right? Like, Batman does what Batman wants. Yeah, it's totally possible.
I've never really seen Batman as a leader, though.
What do you mean? He's the leader of the Justice League.
I don't see it.
You just don't know. You just haven't read enough DC, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I haven't read enough DC, but I feel like the Justice League, they more so work together rather than one person leading them, and I feel like they would gather behind. I just can't see them gathering behind Batman. Again, yeah, it's probably just the fact that I haven't read it, but I don't know. I feel like Cap is more of someone to get behind than Batman is.
Oh, for sure. If I had the choice between following Captain America or following Batman, like, Captain America leads me to battle all day, every day. You know,
right.
Like, if Captain America gave that Erwin Smith speech, like, I'm following Captain America in a battle. But, like, I feel like Batman could take leadership if he wanted to. Funky Foo 42, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says Cyclops is Mr. X-Man. He is indeed. What's your favorite Marvel game? Favorite Marvel game? I don't think it's, if this counts, then Disney Infinity. If it doesn't count, then the first Lego Marvel Avengers. No, Lego Marvel Superheroes. Lego Marvel Avengers is crap. Lego Marvel Superheroes, the first one, fantastic game. What's your favorite Marvel game?
Man, that is a tough question. I'm gonna have to go with Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Nice.
My second choice was Edge of Time, but as a game, it's not as fun as Shattered Dimensions is.
There's also Ultimate Alliance, which is goated. That's definitely up there, but man, you can't beat the experience of Lego Marvel Superheroes. That playing that game as a kid, amazing. Duolingo, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, what are your expectations for today? Well, I'm expecting we get some news on X-97 Season 2, What If Season 3, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and Eyes of Wakanda, maybe Marvel Zombies. And I think we get a trailer for at least one of, if not both, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Eyes of Wakanda. Not more than that, though. Welcome to Everything Tunic says Falcon and Soldier. Really? Yeah, I love that show. I love that show so much. I think everything about that show is top tier. Yeah, I adore that show. It's 5 Moon Knight, 4 Doctor Strange 2, 3 Loki Season 2, 2 Spider-Man No Way Home, and 1 Deadpool Wolverine. Fair list. That's a very, very fair list. You guys have a fan cast for Cyclops in the MCU. I do indeed. If they're casting older, so older in terms of like mid-30s, Glenn Powell. If they're casting younger, so like mid to late 20s, Paul Mescal. Do you have a Cyclops fan cast?
There is no one else that I think could play him better than you.
Word. I'm tripping Falcon Soldier. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. Winter Soldier's an all-timer to this day. I think it's really, really good. I love Captain America. Is my favorite Marvel's MCU character. He's like probably top 2, top 3 Marvel characters for me ever. And his trilogy is my favorite trilogy in the MCU. But I feel like Winter Soldier is really, really great. But I don't understand how people are still saying. I mean, obviously, I respect everyone's opinions, like totally justified and fair. But I don't see it as a top tippity top superhero movie. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It just never hit me that way. It's really good, but yeah. What would you feel about a cameo appearance of Spawn in the DCU if his movie is successful? I would feel no ways about it because I really don't know anything about Spawn. I played as him in, what was it, Mortal Kombat? Or, was he in Mortal Kombat? No, he was in Mortal Kombat, right? He wasn't in Injustice 2. I've played as him like once or twice in Mortal Kombat. That's about it. That's pretty much my exposure to Spawn. Hope we get live action Big Hero 6 from the MCU. That'd be fun. I'd be down for that. I watched Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. It's an amazing show. Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about that show. See, it's hard for me. I like a lot of the MCU stuff. Even Eternals, only one I did not really like was Thor 4. Fair enough. Fair enough. That I'm sort of opposite on that when it comes to stuff post just the MCU in general. I like all of it pretty much. Eternals was mid for me. Moon Knight was my least favorite show, least favorite Marvel show, and Incredible Hulk is the only movie I don't like. Everything else, so yeah, I've enjoyed to one degree or another. Obviously, in varying degrees. What are your thoughts on the Borderlands movie? I never played the game, so I didn't have any interest going into the movie at all. I haven't seen the movie, and I thought the trailer didn't look that great, so I don't really have thoughts. Do you have any thoughts, Joe?
I have the games. I've just never gotten around to playing them. I did see the trailer, but Avi Arad's name was in it, so I was just like, oh, well, there goes all my interest at all in seeing the movie. So
fair enough. Where's your personal favorite live action Spider-Man suit? Yours is Tom's new classic suit from No Way Home. Easily, without a doubt, and probably always will be Tobey Maguire's black suit. I love everything about that suit. The suit itself, the score, I love it. So that will always be my favorite live action Spider-Man suit. Unless, I guess it's possible a new one comes out that's better, but yeah, that's easily mine. What's yours?
It's got to be between Tom's new suit from No Way Home and Andrew's suit from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I am leaning towards Tom's suit from No Way Home because, man, John Romita Sr., that's my favorite artist as far as the Spider-Man comics go, and it looks ripped right from that comic. I've always had a problem with the moving eye lenses, personally. I wish he didn't have them. I wish he didn't have them still. So...
Does he still have them?
At the end, when it like zooms in on just his eyes, you can see his lenses have layers on behind them. So I'm assuming yes, but I guess it's not confirmed.
Gotcha. Steve was not yet worthy to lift Mjolnir in Age of Ultron. The Hammer just got confused because the Hammer had been back in time, wielded by Endgame Cap, and then Hammer was like, "Oh hey, you wait, what?" I don't think that's the case because at that point it hadn't been back in time. And that's a different universe, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's that. I think the writers or directors confirmed that Cap could pick it up. He just was trying to spare Thor's ego. I think that's all it is. What are your thoughts on Camille Nanjiani casting Booster Gold? Not one I would have expected, but if that ends up being the case, I can see it. I can see the vision. I'm down for it. I'm open to it. But not someone that I would have necessarily first thought of for Booster Gold. Do you have any thoughts on that casting, Joe?
I'm pretty surprised about it. It confuses me more. I mean, I guess we won't be seeing much more of his Eternals character then. That's the main reason why I'm so surprised about it, is because he's already established in the MCU. But if that is confirmed, I mean, you and I are in agreement about we wait until we see it to judge it.
Yeah. I want a new Iron Man that's closer to the comics, go to his dark moments and depression, his alcohol issues. I think that would be really interesting. I agree. I think that would be really interesting. Would you rather eat a hot dog with mayonnaise or ketchup? I'd rather hot dog plain, bro. I hate both. I don't like mayo. I don't like ketchup. How about ketchup? Who puts mayo on a hot dog? Yeah, I guess ketchup, but I don't like either one. What about you?
I am not a fan of mayonnaise. I don't think I've never actually had it. I don't think, but I don't like the smell of it. So ketchup for me, because I like ketchup.
There you go.
Okay, ketchup with my hot dog.
We also have over 100 viewers watching right now. Thank you so much to everybody who's watching right now. Really, really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the like button. That helps this stream be shown to more people. And if you're new, feel free maybe subscribing if you're enjoying this stream, and if you want to see future videos on this channel. But if not, totally understand. Just want to give a shout out to everyone watching right now. Really, really appreciate it. What are your top 5 X-Men movies? First Class, Days of Future Past, Logan, Deadpool 2, X2. What about you, Joe?
Days of Future Past, First Class, Logan. Does Deadpool movies count as X-Men movies? Yeah. Okay. X-Men Origin Wolverine. No, imagine. Deadpool 1, and then I have a soft spot for the first X-Men movie personally.
Fair. What are your thoughts on the King Spawn movie? No thoughts, because I don't know the character. What are your thoughts on Cobra Kai Season 6? Also no thoughts, because I haven't seen it yet. Would you rather be able to control minds like Wanda or control feelings like Mantis? Control minds, not in an evil way, but because I feel like that could be used more for good than control feelings. I feel like control feelings, you can go down the rabbit hole of like, you can help someone not feel the pain anymore, not feel depressed or anything like that, which obviously is helpful, but it also doesn't, in the long run, doesn't help them actually deal with that emotion or deal with that pain. It only delays that growth, you know? I feel like controlling minds has a lot more uses to help people than control feelings. What would you rather have, control minds or control feelings?
Personally, I'd go with control feelings because with Mantis, we see that she can. It's more than just controlling feelings. It's not. I wouldn't use it in a way that I would just like stop whatever they're feeling. I would use it in a way to feel what they're going through so that I can help them in the right way. And I just feel like it would be a better understanding for me to feel what they're going through with them rather than just, helping them out, making them happy or anything like that. So for me, using Mantis's power in that way is more attractive to me than controlling minds like Wanda.
There you go. Baxwire, welcome to Everything Shooting, says, we need a standalone Captain Marvel cartoon movie and series. I wouldn't say need, but I'm also not a huge Captain Marvel fan, so I may not be the best person to have an opinion on that, to be honest. Made Hood, welcome back, man. Nice Harry, thanks for tuning in. What's up, Basic Bro? What's up, man? How's it going? Welcome back. Would you rather watch old movies with Peter Parker or take archery lessons from Clint Barton? I would rather take archery lessons from Clint Barton. I think me and Peter Parker would hit it off quite well, and it wouldn't be this kind of situation, but I've had really bad experiences in the past of watching movies with people. And I'm very hesitant to watch movies with people. Even my friends who I've never seen, like, if I've never seen a movie with you and you're my friend, I'm very hesitant to watch a movie with you. Because it's just, I don't know, I just had experience in the past where it's just, like, not fun. But I love archery, and I'm actually not too half bad at it, so I think I'd rather do that. What would you rather do?
I would also rather do archery. You know, I love Peter Parker, but that's a one in a lifetime opportunity to get lessons from Clint Barton himself. I mean, yeah, archery is such a cool skill to have.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would love to learn archery from Clint Barton.
We need a Captain Marvel standalone video game. Again, since I'm not a huge Captain Marvel fan, I think I might be the wrong person to have an opinion on that. What are your thoughts on the 2003 Hulk movie? I haven't seen it. Don't have thoughts. And same thing with Umbrella Academy Season 4 ending. Haven't seen that show at all, so can't give thoughts. But I know Joe has seen it. What are your thoughts on the Umbrella Academy Season 4 ending?
Let's not talk about it, just because okay. I'm not going to say anything negative on the stream. We're here for good vibes. I'm going to pretend Umbrella Academy Season 4 doesn't exist.
There you go. X-Men Evolution cartoon series did the best Apocalypse. That's very possible. I have not seen that show, but it's on my list. I've heard great things about X-Men Evolution. Would you rather have Thor's endgame body or Mantis's antennas? Thor's endgame body. Because under all that is a lot of muscle. That's like, that, you know, that's the actual dream, actually. To just spawn one day with Thor's endgame body, because I find it's easier to cut than to bulk. So if I just wake up with the bulk one day, man, the cut's gonna go so smooth. I'd rather have Thor's endgame body than Mantis's antennas. What about you?
I agree. Thor's endgame body. Honestly, no work has to be done. That's an attractive body.
Yeah, fair enough. You're like, what if? Fair enough, Axwife. Fair enough. I respect your opinion. What are your thoughts on the House of Dragon Season 2 ending? Haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, so I can't comment. Would you rather be inevitable or be perfectly balanced? Perfectly balanced, obviously. What about you?
Be inevitable.
What are your thoughts on the Acolyte? It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. What are your thoughts on A Quiet Place Day 1? I really liked it. Really, really good. Good time. Any guesses at all for New Wolverine? No. No guesses at all. As much as I would be perfectly fine with it being Henry Cavill, I genuinely think it's going to be a new actor. Or a surprise actor that we don't see coming. You ever talk politics or strictly comic books? Strictly comic books or just nerd stuff. I'm not a political guy. I don't talk politics for 2 reasons. One, I just don't know enough. I'm not educated enough. I have 0 interest in politics. And I'm a firm believer in, if you don't know about something, or if you're not educated in something, then just admit that. Say, hey, I don't know, I don't have an opinion, I'm not educated enough to have a thought on this, and really give an opinion on this. It's perfectly okay. You don't need to have an opinion on everything, contrary to what people believe these days. So that's partly why. But the other reason why is, and the reason why I'm not interested in politics in the first place, is just so dividing these days. Everyone is so radical. Everyone is so extreme on both sides. No one ever wants to just hear the other side out. No one wants to have a civil discussion about it. Everyone's just saying, no, I'm right, you're wrong, you're stupid, we're enemies. It's no fun. Like, no. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't get anything done. That doesn't help anybody. So no, we avoid politics here. And this place, these channels are supposed to be a place where we can just come and escape all that, and come to a place where we know is safe, where we know is civil, we'll respect opinions, whether we agree or disagree, where we can just have a good time and enjoy what we enjoy. So, it doesn't have to be strictly comic books, it could be just anything, you know, but, you know, it's Marvel channel specifically, you know, pretty much focused on Marvel, but, yeah, no, we avoid politics. I'm not a political guy. What are your thoughts on the Fantastic Four suit Johnny was wearing? Love it. I think it looks great. And if the rest of the suits look similar to that, I'm excited to see them in action. I think they look wonderful. Avengers Payday, aka Avengers Doomsday, yeah. Yeah, they're putting out a lot of money for that movie. What's a comic run you'd like to see get the Invincible treatment? Not Marvel, Deceased. I love the Deceased comic run. Oh my gosh, is that story one of my favorite comic stories I've read? Not that I've read a lot, to be fair, but I absolutely love the DC storyline. It's one that I will recommend to any comic reader. I pray for a movie trilogy or some sort of animated series adaptation of Deceased. Absolutely love Deceased. Do you have a comic run you want to see get the Invincible treatment?
Oh yeah, probably Deceased.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't actually read Deceased.
Mojo O, welcome back. Nice everything's tuning in. Says, think they're gonna retcon Sentry into previous MCU movies like he was when introduced in the comics? I don't know. I honestly don't know a lot about Sentry. I know that his name is Sentry. I know that he has some sort of like split personality thing with the character The Void, but other than that, I really don't know much about his character, so I can't comment. I apologize. I don't know anything to expect with Sentry. I just watched the Agatha live performance last night. The theme is this good. Marvel shows might be back in terms of quality. It's possible. I mean, you say that, but also some of the previous MCU shows were X-Men 97 and Loki Season 2. Yes, there was Echo in between, which was okay, but Loki Season 2, I think after Echo was the last live-action show, and that was so peak. So peak. What comic designs would you think wouldn't work in the MCU? Wouldn't work in the MCU? Doesn't Wildcat have a really weird costume? Like one of his costumes, maybe the different one. I don't know. Maybe Wildcat. If I'm thinking of that properly, was Wildcat the DC character? I don't know. There's like two very similar characters in Marvel and DC that I like that. But also the Jessica Jones's superhero costume, for obvious reasons, I don't think would work. What would be your pitch for the Spider-Man college trilogy? My pitch would be Spider-Man 1, him in college with Miles as his... Honestly, this might be a hot take. Age up Miles to either be his classmate, roommate, or maybe you don't age him up and have him be his neighbor in his apartment. I know that they live in two separate places, but still. And have the first movie be about him versus Sandman, because I just want to see Sandman. The second one be him getting the symbiote and Miles gets bit, and then the sixth one be him and Miles teaming up to fight against the Sinister Six. Do you have what would your pitch be for the college trilogy?
First one, I think you do Scorpion, because I feel like that would establish a lot of necessary things. Scorpion is directly involved with J. Jonah Jameson, so you could get a lot more with the Daily Bugle being established, as well as Peter Parker in the Daily Bugle. I feel like Scorpion also is already set up, so I think it's perfect to start the trilogy off with him. Second, I would want to see like Hammerhead, oh my goodness, Silvermane, just someone within crime, so that it would lead up to like the bigger threat. And then for the third one, which would be Kingpin, I think that would make a really solid trilogy.
Kingpin. Do Kingpin first instead of Sandman. For my pitch. Wonder why we haven't done Lego Marvel Superheroes 3. I'm wondering the same thing. I'd love it. I would love it. Who do I want as a DC Justice League? Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, Green Lantern. And maybe Martian Manhunter. But yeah, that's my ideal favorite Justice League team. Which shows do you think deserve the X-Men 97 treatment? Spider-Man 98. That's going to be the only one that I ever say, because it's really the only other Marvel show I've seen. I have seen Ultimate Spider-Man. Love that show, but I feel like that served its time. That came and went pretty well. So yeah, Spider-Man 98 for me. AAA 128, welcome back, Nice Average. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I just got home from seeing Deadpool and Wolverine. I love what they did with Gambit. He's my favorite hero of all time, and I'm glad they finally did him justice. It's glad to hear. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. I agree. I like Gambit a lot, and seeing him in Deadpool and Wolverine was really great. Loved how they did him in that movie. Would you want to see a Marvel vs. DC fighting game? Yes, it is literally the #1 game I want to see. I have been dying for a Marvel vs. DC fighting game. I will forever ask for it. That is literally the number one game that I want to see. If they ever do that, it would be the only game I play for months. Would you rather Green Lantern join the Avengers or Aquaman? Green Lantern, because Aquaman already is not someone who plays well with others and necessarily wants to be with others. Green Lantern is someone who has more fun with others, at least story-wise. And I like Aquaman more as a character, but I feel like seeing Green Lantern interact with the Avengers would be more entertaining. Okay, we're gonna try to wrap it through some of these chats because we still got a lot of chats here, and I think we can get through most of them, or as many as we can. We can go wrap it through here. Would you rather live under Hydra's fascist rule or live freely after Thanos' snap? How about you?
Yeah, living under Hydra's fascist rule would be awful.
Yeah. Would you rather study nuclear physics or the language Groot? Nuclear physics, seeing as that would be more applicable to real life, because I don't think I'd ever talk to a Groot. You should check out the old HBU Spawn series. It's great. I'll add it to the list. My top 5 Marvel hot takes. Top 5 Marvel hot takes is Thor 4 is my favorite Thor movie. Iron Man 2 is my favorite Iron Man movie. Falcon Soldier is my favorite Disney Plus Marvel show. I'm not a fan all that much of Loki Season 1. And one more. Is not liking Black Widow a hot take?
Yeah,
Or is that just living my truth? And not liking Black Widow. But you're ranking for the 34 MC movies? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been too long since I've seen them. First Person Pixels, welcome to Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I agree. Don't even think Winter Soldier is in top 10 anymore. Yeah, it's not for me. It's still great. Like, that's not me trying to downplay the movie. It's still a fantastic movie, and the Cap trilogy is one of the best trilogies ever, in my opinion. My favorite superhero movie trilogy, easily. Yeah, it's not in my top 10. Could the Avengers beat the Decepticons if Transformers and Marvel do a crossover? Yeah, I think so. Decepticons really just do one thing. They're big metal, they fly, and they shoot. I think the Avengers could beat them. That's pretty much just the Sentinels, if you think about it. Except they just transform into vehicles. Who do you think is more powerful? Toe or the Fulcrum? Don't know either one of those characters. Mustafa Khan, welcome to Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Says, my least favorite MCU project is Secret Invasion. Oh, that's right. That's actually, I think, my least favorite. Joe, I forgot that even existed. The first 5 episodes were boring, and the finale was a disaster. I thought the finale was actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that the fight that people always crap on, between what was it, Gaia and the villain dude. I thought it was quite fun, but yeah, it's not in the top of my list for favorite Marvel shows. Rather hang out with Baby Groot or Teenage Groot? Baby Groot. Baby Groot seems like a lot more fun than Teenage Groot. What about you?
Teenage Groot.
What's your favorite suit Steve Rogers used throughout the MCU? I love his Endgame suit, but I probably have to say a Civil War suit, just because I love how the white and it just breaks up. I love that suit. What's your favorite Steve Rogers suit?
Avengers suit.
Ooh, hot take.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps that's my hot take. I love his Avengers suit.
Hot take. All right. We're a minute and a half away from the panel here, so I'm just gonna get the tweet deck set up. I'll see. We have over 200 people watching this right now. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone's tuned in. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys continue to enjoy this live stream. I'm just readjusting my setup right now, so I can still read the live chat and show the tweet deck. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to this, guys. I really appreciate it. We're just under a minute now, I think, from the panel beginning. As always, in the beginning, there's going to be, they're saying, like, welcome to this panel, blah, 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 all that funness. Go into this panel, as I always say, with as little expectations as possible. That way, you have a good time regardless. If you could give any non-DC Marvel character a big budget film, who would you pick? I'm gonna do a little cheat here and say Darth Revan. You get through Secret Invasion? Fair enough. Fair enough. My top 10 MC villains, in no particular order: Kingpin, Purple Man, Purple Man. Count John Walker if you do John Walker. Ultron, Thanos, Loki. Oh goodness. Hela. Zemo. I don't know. I can't. Bullseye count? Bullseye. I don't know. I don't think that was 10, but anyway. Kate Williams, welcome back. Nice to have these tuning in. Says, could this happen? Them making more what if spin-off shows like already announced Marvel Zombies and concepts like 1602, 2099, Marvel vs. DC, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Aliens and Predators. I guess it's possible. I don't see it happening. I see it happening, but it's definitely possible. Darth Squeedius, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, what do you think of the Daredevil trailer? Loved it. I think it looks really, really great. I'm excited to finally have a live action trailer or a trailer released to the public eventually, whenever that happens, and I'll rewatch it over and over again. I'd rather have Thor or Black Panther as president. Oh, Black Panther, easily. I don't think I need to ask Joe's opinion on that. I think that's just the right answer.
Yeah, completely.
All right, Marvel season is confirmed for next season. Very exciting. Of Fortnite. Very exciting. It's crazy that roadmap was real. Someone there at the animation panel said there is a surplus of security there. Interesting.
Ooh.
What were both your favorite X-Men 7 episodes? Well, Joe hasn't seen it yet, so he doesn't have one. But for me, episode 5. Oh my! I mean, the whole show was great, and especially the last 3 finales, the Tolerance's Extinction 3-parter. They're all so good. But episode 5 is one of the best episodes of television I've seen in recent memory. Oh my gosh, was episode 5 freaking amazing. Holy crap. I'd rather have Jarvis in your Iron Man suit or Friday? Friday. Should be more fun, I think. Our animation panel is starting. Let's freaking go.
Welcome
Indeed. Testing my chat. Might come back later. Well, welcome, Dimension Hopper. Hopefully we'll see you again later. All right, I am sort of skipping around here just so we can try to get some chats from other people as well. And my chat's also being a little glitchy, so I apologize if I miss anybody. Just gonna say this because there's gonna be no more live streams after this panel. Started watching you with my girlfriend and we enjoy it so much. Thanks so much for sharing the stuff you do and just being amazing. Well, thank you for the kind words, Novabay. I appreciate that. Hopefully we'll do more live streams for weekly releases of episodes. So like I get all along when that releases. Hopefully we'll be doing some live streams every week to discuss those new episodes. And yeah, whenever there's big conventions, big panels like this, we'll always do live streams for them. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad to hear that you and your girlfriend are enjoying these live streams and we're bringing you guys enjoyment. Ghost Running 22, welcome to everything tuning in. Says, I want a Daredevil animated show. Needs to be violent as hell. Honestly, I don't see the need for that since we have Daredevil Born Again and the Netflix show. Marvel Animation panel has begun. It's being hosted by Brandon Davis. Good for him.
Wow.
Good for him. Kades, nice to have you back. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, howdy people. How are you doing today? Doing good. Having a good day. Excited for this panel. Hoping to see some good trailers.
Howdy.
What's up, Terrell Thaddeus? You're not late at all. Just in time, actually. The panel has begun. Scarlet Wizard 1, welcome to Everything Tuning In, says, do you think that we can get a trailer for Marvel Zombies and Eyes of Wakanda? Totally can. I mean, both are totally possible. Both shows are confirmed to be discussed here. In terms of Marvel Zombies, I'm not expecting any footage being released to the public for that. Eyes of Wakanda and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man are the shows that I think has the highest likelihood of having released trailers to the public. Benjamin Claxton says, hot take, All the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are better than the Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3. I would agree. Brad
I
Winterbaum
respect
says
both
they
of
will
your
always change
opinions.
up the animation styles within Marvel Animation projects, and there'll be no in-house style. Interesting. Sorry, I cut you off, Joe. What were you saying?
I respect both of those opinions.
And I would agree. I rank three Tom Holland movies over any other Spider-Man movie, live action wise. That doesn't take into account Into Spider-Verse and Beyond Spider-Verse. This panel, King, is 1 hour long, I believe. And also, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I believe this panel is 1 hour long. Oh, what if season 3 will have the Marvel Apes? I did not know that was a thing. That'd be interesting to see for sure. Canuck Lover 97, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says hello, just caught the stream. Welcome back. Nice to have you here, man. Glad you can make it. Tony Gomez, welcome to Thanks for tuning in. Says my hot take is that She-Hulk is a really fun show that I really enjoy unironically. I agree. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. I think it's right in the middle of the road for me, ranking wise, but I had a good time with it. I think it was fun. I'm right there with you. Tick Goody, thanks for tuning in, Xavier. Welcome. Says, what's your most anticipated announcement / trailer you're hoping from this panel? Most anticipated trailer is probably the Spider-Man. You're filling in with Spider-Man. Anticipated announcement, maybe some more What If seasons. Maybe a surprise show. Who knows? I believe for Joe, it's also the Spider-Man trailer.
I would say for both, it is the Spider-Man trailer. I've been waiting for some updates. I've been waiting for some news and possibly a first look, but mostly the news.
The official Spider, welcome to Saturday tuning in, says, do you hope there is a Marvel Zombies trailer? I hope there is. I hope there is. Marvel Zombies is probably the show I'm most hyped for animation-wise after X-Men 97 Season 2. So I hope there's a Marvel Zombies trailer, but I do not expect one. Striker Dragoon says they said press can't take photos or videos. Interesting.
What are they hiding?
What are they hiding indeed? That is very interesting. We also just got a super chat from Jude Laven. Welcome back. Thank you so much for super chat. Really appreciate it. Hello again. Hello. George Andrew, welcome to stream. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. So just discovered channel. Can't wait for the panel. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy this stream and continue to stick around. Tanya Castle, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, it's funny how Pedro, Vanessa, Evan, and Joseph were rumored to be the Marvels first, and well, here they are. Can't wait for July next year. Yeah. I'm very hyped, very excited. Duco Productions, welcome back. Nice to have you as well. Thanks for tuning in. Back for day 2. LFG indeed. Welcome back. Nice to have you here.
LFG.
Billy Ferguson, welcome back as well. Thanks for tuning in. Says Nightcrawler is definitely underrated in X-97. He is, yeah. He was really good in that show. I mean, he's a great character. I'm glad he was utilized well in season 1, and I'm very excited to see where they take his character in season 2 and everything involved with him. He's great. Roy Gamble, welcome. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I hope Marvel Zombies. Me too. Ultimate Fusion, nice to have you as well. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I need a What If Season 3 trailer. That would be cool, but I'm not expecting it. The Marvel Animation panel will showcase their content plan for the next 18 months. Singing the X-Men theme, all right. X-Men shirt. Word. So next 18 months means going into what, December of next year? So the rest of this year and all of next year?
Yeah.
Word. Any Star Wars shows today? Not today. This is purely a Marvel Animation panel. Film Fanatic, welcome to Sarah. Thanks for tuning in. Says, Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight will appear in What If Season 3. Moon Knight will return in What If Season 3. Okay.
All
right.
For those Moon Knight fans unsatisfied with Moon Knight Season 2 not getting announced, I hope they're happy about this.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. How do you have people multiple profile open on one tab? Do you have multiple windows open merged on that one page? So there's this website called TweetDeck where you sign into Twitter and you can pull up a bunch of different panels like this. Now, TweetDeck has changed since Elon Musk took control of Twitter. However, there is a plugin you can download for Chrome that changes TweetDeck to the old TweetDeck. So that's what I have downloaded. So we can have it this way. Everett Campbell, thanks for tuning in. You're welcome. Says, I feel like Marvel shouldn't make big budget shows based off of characters who won't make impacts in future Marvel projects like Echo or Secret Invasion. Yeah, I don't know. It's those two. I feel like could be seen as the exceptions, not the rule. So it's hard to say for certain. I don't necessarily agree with you, but I also don't necessarily disagree with you. White Vision will appear in What If Season 3, and so will Ironheart and Shang-Chi. Very
Interesting.
cool. All right, so they're diving into some Phase 4 characters here. So I'm curious if they do a What If Season 4, is that going to dive into some Phase 5 stuff and possibly X-Men and or Fantastic Four? That's exciting, though. Weren't you saying you want to see more White Vision?
Yes, very much so. I'm conflicted on how I feel that it's a what if though, because I'm more curious about canonically what happened rather than in an alternate universe.
Fair. Sanskar Gupta, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, hey, you just wanted to say hi. I want to let you know that your voice is super comic-y. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Loving all your live streams. Much love, dude. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. AB, it's starting right now. It is indeed. Welcome to the stream, AB. Super Movie Wiz, welcome, nice as well. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Anything announced yet? We just started, so they're going to be covering their shows planned for the next 18 months. They said that they're will always change their animation style, nothing in-house, and Moon Knight, White Vision, Ironheart, and you call him White Vision? Ironheart and Shang-Chi will appear in What Is Season 3. Come to the X-Men theme. Heck yeah.
That's so fun.
Addictive Nonsense Comedy, welcome to everything tuning in, says, I want the animated series to be more comic-leaning like X-Men 97. Don't want the animated side tied to MCU at all. John Semper Jr. needs to come back and do Spider-Man 98 and do Superior Spider-Man. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Wouldn't be opposed to that. Also, guys, for you just tuning in, I'm trying to get to one chat at everybody as I catch up to the chat here. Once I catch up to the chat, then we'll just keep going as the chats flow. But I just want to make sure everyone gets their chat read at least once. So I'm not purposely ignoring anybody. I'm not purposely skipping anybody. It's just so everyone gets some attention. The X-Men will be wearing Grant Morrison suits in X-Men 97 Season 2. Interesting.
Thoughts?
If these are the suits, not in love with that. Not in love with that. Well, I'm also curious about that too, right? Okay, so they wore their classic 90s suits for most of the show, and they look wonderful. And then they switched their classic suits, which also look wonderful. But now they're split up. They're split up in 3 different time periods. So I'm curious how all of them would be wearing their suits unless they come together at the end. Maybe it's a situation where they wear the current suits they have up until they team up again. And then they wear the Grant Morrison suits. But these look I'm not a fan of these suits. They're very bland and lame to me. And they remind me of Dark Phoenix, which is something I never want to be reminded of. RC and OV, welcome to everything tuning. He says, I'd rather have Basic Marvel as president and Joe as vice president. I would rather do anything else than be president. But thank you. Thank you for the...
happy to just be included. That's great. Wow.
Ian at Alexa, thanks for tuning us happy. Thanks, welcome, says, hi, what is the software that allows you to see all the Twitter feeds? Yeah, so that's TweetDeck. The normal TweetDeck looks different than this. I have a plugin that makes it look like the old TweetDeck. Geekly, nice to have everything tuning in. Welcome. Says, I appreciate you all for hosting this. Super excited to see what comes from today's panel. I appreciate you being here, Geekly. Welcome, welcome. These streams wouldn't be what they were if you guys didn't show up. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm as well super excited to see what comes out of this panel. Just Jay, welcome back. Nice to have everything tuning in. Says, what I missed? Not much so far. Warlock will appear in X-97 season 2. Interesting. Okay, I like how they're exploring these lesser known X-Men characters. And even like with Morphs, in either the finale or second last episode, he morphs very briefly into Sauron, which is really cool. But what you missed so far is they're showcasing what will content plan for the next 18 months. Moon Knight will appear in What If Season 2, as will White Vision and Ironheart and Shang-Chi. X-Men will be wearing the Grant Morrison suits in X-97, and Warlock will appear in X-97. Brand new, welcome to Sarah, thanks for tuning in, says, are they going to announce the Doomsday cast? Not here. This is purely for the Marvel Animation side of things, so nothing about Doomsday will be announced here. Corey Ross, welcome to Sarah, nice to have everything tuning in, says, White Vision, Ironheart, and What If Season 3? Yeah, I'm excited for that. That sounds cool. Shawnee Matt, welcome back, man. Nice to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. Says, it's 4 a.m. right now. It's better be worth it. Well, fingers crossed it is, man. Fingers crossed it is. I think you should go to sleep. I don't think a live stream is worth sleep in your health, but for your sake, I hope it is worth it. Graham Watkins, welcome to Nice Everything tuning in, says, hey everyone, do y'all think the Marvel intro for What If will say Marvel Studios, Marvel Animation? I saw a picture the other day that said, What If Knights of Wakanda will have Marvel Studios? It's a good question. I don't know. I feel like they should be Marvel Animation now, right? Since they have sort of rebranded to, the animated shows be Marvel Animation, TV is Marvel Television, and movies Marvel Studios, right? So I feel like for Rise of Wakanda and What If Season 3, it would change to Marvel Animation, but I don't know, it's totally possible that they keep it Marvel Studios. Bleeding Edge Studio, welcome to Everything tuning in, says, will we get a trailer for X-97? I'm guessing no. I think since it's a little bit later from release, because it sounds like Eyes of Wakanda and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is what's releasing sooner. I think those have a higher chance of getting trailers since X-97 is releasing later next year. That's what we're assuming. I don't think it's gonna then get a trailer. Doctor Strange will appear in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which we do already. That's not news, but cool to hear confirmation again. Na124, nice to have your result. Thanks for tuning in. Says a Kang origin based on the Time and Time Again comic as a film would be awesome. I don't know that comic, but it sounds like it could be cool. Icy, welcome. Nice to have you tuning in. Down forever. Showing more X-Men. Me too, man. I love X-Men. Love X-Men. Falco versus Leon 21. Nice to have your result. Thanks for tuning in. Storms is the worst. Honestly, I like out of all these. That's not Storm though, is it? Is that Storm or is that Emma Frost? I can't tell. That suit, if that's Storm, that suit is one I like the most because it's the most unique out of any of them. But I don't know. Well, let's wait and see, I guess. Let's wait and see. Tony collects. Nice to have your result. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Warlock at X-97. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be cool. Sean J. Magic. Is Magic confirmed? Magic gonna be in X-Men 917 too? That'd be dope. That'd be really cool. I mean, I think they were teasing Colossus showing up again, right? Because he was on that board that Forge was looking at, and he was like center of that in the frame. So if Magic shows up, that means Colossus almost definitely is. Shadow Gaming 1, thanks for shooting us Xavier, says, with White Vision and What If Season 3, will we get What If Wanda continued her hex? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure in what capacity White Vision could show up, but I'm curious. Dan the Man, welcome back. Nice to have you tuning in. Says, made to live stream. How's everyone doing? What are we excited for? We're excited for X-97. We're excited for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. We're just excited to see what news we get. The panel's 1 hour, I believe, yeah. Joaquin S. Vatikel, welcome. Nice to have you as well. Thanks for tuning in. I'm very excited for Superman 2025. Very, very excited. Joe, can you do me a favor and just check to see if Hollywood Handle has tweeted anything else?
Yeah, I'm checking right now
Thank you.
just to make sure.
Foxley, it's not Adam. Yes, it's another character. It's not Adam Warlock. Warlock is a different character than Adam Warlock. I'm not as thinky as high I am. That's a funny name. Welcome, nice to have you here. When does the panel start? Panel has already started. Panel is already started. It's going on right now.
Not seeing any new tweets from both Discussing Film or the Hollywood Handle.
Got it. A live stream isn't worth it, but your live stream, if it's your live stream, then it's different. Well, I appreciate that, Shawnee Matt. Thank you. Thank you. Hugo Prod says, I'm with my brother and he has a hot take. He thinks Iron Man 3 is better than the whole Iron Man trilogy. Me personally, I don't agree. Hot take? I agree.
Oof.
Slow Danks / Nico. Welcome to everything tuning in. Stranger Feeling Spider-Man? Yes. Yes. Sorry if I'm talking really fast. I'm just trying. I want to get to the chats and also make sure that we're getting the news as it comes out. Kitty Pryde is the best X-Man. Welcome, nice to have you here. Hope they give X-97 more episodes. Filler me up, baby. I agree. I mean, even if it's filler, I'd be down. I'd be down. Just give me all the X-97 episodes. Give me it all. That is Storm. That's Emma Frost. Wait, this is Storm. Yeah, it doesn't look like Storm, but hot take. Her suit's my favorite because it just looks the most unique. Maybe Wolverine's, but that belt does not work for me. The light up, glow up belt. So this is set up to automatically refresh. The only issue would be if I run out of free tweets because they have that, limit now on how many tweets a free Twitter account can see per day. But if that happens, I have a backup account that I can sign into, which is why I have Joe every couple minutes check to see if there's anything new from these accounts.
Seems like it's a dry moment right now. Perhaps they're getting shown something.
They might be. Hawkeye, welcome to Saturday Tuning says, I like the 3 pages side by side like that. Yeah, we yesterday I discovered that I could zoom in without messing up the videos. So that's what we're doing, and yeah, it's working. I also just see that we have made it to 4,300 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that many people, let alone new subscribers, to be here today. So thank you so much, guys. I genuinely appreciate that.
Okay, Discussing Film just posted. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Season 3 will be the final season. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting.
Really?
That they said future seasons of What If in the description. Then very interesting.
Ending What If. I feel like, I don't know. I'm conflicted on that.
Yeah, I don't know. After season 2, I'm not too upset, but also I feel like there's a lot they could still do.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. SXNICVS, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, hope to see some Marvel Zombies news. Me too. Fingers crossed. Me too, man. I'm hoping for it. Panthers Rule 95. Welcome, nice to have you. Says, how long is this panel? This panel is about an hour long. Ivan Butler, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I remember Warlock appearing in the season 5 2-part episode premiere of the 90s episode. Did he really? I'm not caught up yet. I've seen all the first season. I was planning on watching the rest before watching 97, but I knew I was doing this live stream. I knew they were going to talk about it, so I didn't want to not be caught up. Correction, Danger will appear next 97 season 2. Okay, so maybe not Warlock, but Danger. Interesting. Glad they corrected that. Marcelo Delgado, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I would really love a Hulk in Sakara animated show. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be kind of cool, actually. What do you think about that, Joe?
An animated show would be cool, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Kid Comico, hello there, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I wonder if Zombies gets talked about. I think it might. I'm assuming it might. If they're covering the next 18 months, I have a feeling Zombies is within that 18 months. Scrappy's, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, will we get a trailer released by Disney for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? I'm hoping. We don't know what is going to be released trailer-wise, if anything. We're hoping that at least one trailer releases, and we're hoping that that trailer is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Vasco Marquez, thanks for tuning in. Nice to have you here. Says, hey, do you think there will be a new animated series announced? I don't. I think all the animated series being discussed today will be ones we already know about. Anthony Manzano, hashtag mom, welcome, nice to have you, thanks for tuning in, says, what Marvel characters in the comics would do well as animation? I'm thinking most of the members of the Midnight Suns would do well as standalone animation shows. Possibly. I'm someone who gravitates more towards live action, so I see more live action animation. I feel like any character can do well in live action, but I wouldn't be opposed to Midnight Suns live action. I feel like their supernaturalness works well and could fit really well in live action. In animation. Alex Rains, welcome to Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Says, when does it start? It has already started. It started about 30 minutes ago at this point. A little less, 25 minutes ago. Yeah, about 22 minutes ago. TAF official YouTube channel. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Says, I know it's been a week since Comic Con, but in my opinion, they should have just gave Kang a different actor and continued Kang Dynasty and have Doom as a secret variant of Kang for Secret Wars. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like using the word should for anything, especially when we haven't actually seen what that thing is yet. I'm just going into Doomsday and Secret Wars with an open mind. WXO, welcome to Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Says, has a trailer for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man dropping? Not yet. Hasn't dropped yet. If they are dropping one, we don't know. Hoping that they do release at least one trailer to the public, but we'll have to wait and see. Marvel Lopez, welcome to Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I think there's a lot other Marvel animation projects they could do thanks to X97 success. I agree. There's a lot more they could do. We'll just see if they end up doing it one day. Ironius, thanks for tuning in. Xavier, no Warlock, but Danger. Who is Danger? Not familiar. I'm actually not familiar with Danger either. I've heard. I feel like I've vaguely heard of them, but I'm not familiar with them. Oscar Isaac Moon Knight pilots an Iron Man style mech in What If Season 3 footage. Interesting. What If Season 3 will include an episode featuring an Avengers team of Captain America, Moon Knight, Monica Rambeau, and more facing off against Gamma monsters. Interesting. Thoughts, Joe?
They're like powered by Gamma.
The monsters, it looks like.
Interesting. That looks cool. I personally, with these mechs, I've always thought they're kind of boring to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, but I think it could be cool. But to me, that doesn't seem as exciting as I think they are announcing it to seem.
Yeah. People saying Danger is the danger room in AI in a robot body. Interesting. Okay. That could be cool. That sounds very cool. Official logo for Eyes of Wakanda. The series will have 4 episodes. Okay. Comics Kid says, I hope they do a What If the other half blipped. Me too, but it sounds like they probably won't be doing that now. I don't think that was ever rumored for What If Season 3. Who knows, though? I mean, I would love to see that. I think that's one that we all would really love to see. But, yeah, something maybe not. Epoch252, welcome, nice to have everything tuning in, says, the live blog, the director running for the panel says, Bishop will heavily utilize in X-Men 972. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Based off of how the finale ended with Bishop, it makes a lot of sense that he'd be heavily utilized. Polaris and X-Men 972, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. No news about that yet, at least from these accounts, but that'd be really neat. I'd be down for it. Ivan Garcia, nice to have you. Welcome, says, expectations on Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man trailer. I am expecting either that trailer or Eyes of Wakanda. Hoping for one or the other. I think when it comes to Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I think if they release a trailer, it'll show off how it's similar but different than the MCU timeline. Eyes of Wakanda is an animated series that delved into Wakandan history. Todd Harris developed the series, who served as a storyboard artist behind many modern action movies. So maybe the art style is similar to his concept art style. Interesting. If you want to change any of the characters in Marvel Zombies series, who would you change? think the only one I'd change maybe would be Katie and change her out for someone else. I honestly, off the top of my head, can't remember all the ones they announced for the show. I know it was Miss Marvel, Shang-Chi, Red Guardian, Yelena, which are all characters that I really enjoy and wouldn't want to change. But I feel like they also announced Katie to be a part of them, and I thought she was fine in Shang-Chi, but not one of my favorites. Basically, Power Rangers meets Marvel. Yeah, it seems that way. And Iron Fist will appear in Eyes of Wakanda. Okay, so looks like the leaks are true, because the leaks also said 4 episodes. So this Iron Fist sounds like it's going to be a female Iron Fist. I forgot the name that was leaked. Yeah, it seems like it'll be a female Iron Fist. Spider-Man 98, hopefully. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Theory alert: X-Men 97 and the Spider-Man show will take place in the same universe, and that's the universe we will face in Secret Wars. I don't think the theory is going to be true, purely because they have 2 different art styles. And we've already seen Spider-Man in X-Men 97. We know that the X-Men 97 world is pretty much all the 90s shows in that universe. We've seen the 90s Spider-Man in X-Men 97. We've seen other characters, Captain America, Iron Man, Reed Richards. Like we know that's those characters. The Spider-Man in that world is the Spider-Man from the 90s series. They should do 6-episode animated miniseries of the original Secret Wars, separate from the movies, of course. That could be cool. Iron Fist has been teased to appear in Eyes of Wakanda. Yep. Eyes of Wakanda does not sound interesting to you, in your opinion. Fair enough. That's perfectly okay. In big franchises like this, not everything's gonna be up your alley, up your speed, and that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Funny because Danger was supposed to be the Deadpool villain. Really? I didn't know that. Zach Knight, nice to have you. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So just kind of hoping for some release dates. Me too. That's really all I want. If we get trailers, great. But I just want some more clarification on when these shows are going to release. Tease with Ease. Welcome. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I think that Iceman will have a rivalry with Havoc in X-97 Season 2 because Polaris left him for Havoc. I would love to see those characters. Havoc, Iceman, and Polaris would be so exciting to be in X-97. Ray Parker getting Danger LFG. Indeed, that does sound exciting. Ryan Kugler says, Eyes of Wakanda does a beautiful job of representing the history of those who had to keep Wakanda a secret over centuries. Could be cool.
One thing that's amazing about animation is how limitless it is. So we really get to create a style for each show that speaks to that.
Actually, let me turn the volume up for that. Okay, let me go back to it.
Story. We won't ever have, I think, a Marvel house style. We'll have a style based on whatever the filmmaker's vision is. So that's going to allow us to go to unexpected, amazing corners of the Marvel universe, and really, I think, embrace all the different styles of art that Marvel has had over its 80-year history. Okay.
Very interesting. Very cool. Grant Ward, hopefully the Grant Ward from the framework. W Iron Fist, indeed, that sounds interesting. Pinguim Alfredo, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says original Secret Wars already happened in Spider-Man 98, but the 2005 Secret Wars could happen in X-97. Really? I have not finished the 90 series, so I did not realize that happened.
Yeah, it did.
Very cool. The female Iron Fist confirmed. It's not confirmed, but it seems like the leaks about Eyes of Wakanda are true because the leaks said 4 episodes and that an Iron Fist would be in it, and that the leak said the Iron Fist would be a female Iron Fist. Recap so far, no worries, Paradox. Welcome, nice to have you here. Recap is they're covering releases for the next 18 months. Moon Knight, White Vision, Ironheart, and Shang-Chi will appear in What If Season 3. The X-Men will be wearing their Grant Morrison suits in X-97 Season 2. Doctor Strange, which you knew already, is going to appear in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. What If is the last season of... Season 3 is the last season of What If. Danger will appear in X-97 Season 2. Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight will pilot an Iron Man style mech in What If Season 3, and What If Season 3 includes an episode featuring an Avengers team of Captain America, Moon Knight, Monica Rambeau, and more facing off against Gamma monsters. Eyes of Wakanda will have 4 episodes, and we have the official logo for it here. Eyes of Wakanda is an animated series that delved into Wakandan history. Todd Harris developed the series, who served as a storyboard artist behind many modern action movies, and Iron Fist is teased to appear in Eyes of Wakanda. And Eyes of Wakanda will be in 3D CGI animation. John Budreo. I apologize if I pronounced his name wrong. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Think if X-97 will have a 3-year time jump to the year 2000? I don't think so. Especially how the season 1 ended. I don't see a time jump. No pun intended. I mean, technically, yes, it would be time jumps, but I don't think they'll jump forward in time. I think we'll just pick up right where we left off. Great action. Thank you, Hawkeye, for saying that. I appreciate that. Hope you guys are having a good time. People are going to be so mad that Iron Fist we get in Eyes of Wakanda is not Danny Rand. Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense if it's not modern day. It might not be even modern day Iron Fist. It could be an Iron Fist in the past, so it wouldn't even be Danny Rand then. Also, I wanted to let you know that you have been a crucial person whom I used to watch when I was sick, and you made my day. So much love from India. Really hope that you become super successful. Thank you, Sanskar. I really appreciate that. I hope you're feeling better now. And I'm glad I could bring you some happiness during time when you were sick. So thank you for saying that. That really means a lot, and I'm glad I could help you through that time. I also hope that Iceman gets a romance with Kitty Pryde in X-97 Season 2. That'd be cool. Imagine the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is in the same universe as Fantastic Four with all that 60s style. That could be cool. I'd be down for that. Lady Deathstrike, Polaris, Sabretooth, and Warlock Apocalypse will appear in the 2nd season of X-97. Is that confirmed? Oh, it's time for your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. There you go. All right, here we go. So I guess no trailer for Eyes of Wakanda? Interesting. Maybe, will there be any trailers at all? I mean, if the Marvel Studios, thing is posting it, you would think there'd be at least one trailer.
That makes me think it's more likely for Your Friendly Neighborhood. Or, I guess it could be likely for something else.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. Ethan Johnson, welcome. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I think the What If Season 3 episode with the Gamma monsters, could that maybe have a link to Brave New World with the leader? Maybe. I don't know, though, because it's not set in the same world. It's not set in the same universe. So maybe not. It's hard to say. It's not impossible. Would be cool to see an animated film on the Kang War from Loki Season 1. That'd be very cool. I would be so down to see that, actually. That's a good call. I'd be very down to see that. Captain America returning the Infinity Stone should be a special presentation. I'd be down for that too. I would love to see that. Well, what are your thoughts on that? I know that's a popular want people have, is to see either a miniseries or a special presentation with Cap returning the stones. What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
The most interesting aspect of that series would be him interacting with Red Skull again, and it would probably be quick. Red Skull is definitely not the same person that he once was. He'd be all cryptic with his talks with Cap, but to me that's the most interesting aspect of it. I think it would be cool just to see Cap interact with characters that he hasn't before, but all around, I'm not as hooked on to the idea as everyone else is.
Fair enough. 1 second. We'll get the chat in a second, Anthony. Look at your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay. All right. I'm gonna need your help with this, Joe.
Whoa, Iron Man's in it.
All right, so let's just go through. We'll go through row by row. Beetle, yeah.
Is that? Yeah, is he called the Hornet?
You know better than me.
I believe he's called the Hornet.
Okay, that's that Oscorp suit that was on Feige's hat.
That looks a lot like Future Foundation.
It does. Homemade suit probably.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Peter Parker, the main suit.
The next 2 suits were in a comic. I don't know the names of them. I do know it's like the Identity Crisis comic though, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, that is tough to see. I'm guessing
Miles? No.
I guess it could be Miles. It could be or no, I
Oh,
think you're right.
word.
It's
Wait, sorry.
Robbie Robertson's kid, actually.
It'll feature a symbiote. Yeah, we saw that
Okay.
right there.
Yeah.
Looks like Coleman Domingo is gonna voice Norman Osborn. That's goated, dude. That is amazing. He's gonna kill it. Norman's gonna be amazing in this. Okay, sorry. Back to this. Nico. We know Nico Minoru. Pretty sure that's her. Forgot his name, but they announced his name before. Obviously, Doctor Strange here. I'm just pointing out the ones that I can know right at the bat here. Chameleon, Aunt May. Is that Rick Jones? No, sorry, that's Amadeus Cho. Amadeus Cho. Osborn, Daredevil, we knew about, voiced by Charlie Cox. Is that guy with the spider bots?
That honestly, he looks like it could be anybody. He could be the Jackal,
Okay.
possibly.
Ross maybe.
I was thinking George Stacy.
Oh, good call. Good call.
George Stacy or Silverman is what he looks like to me.
Okay. Obviously Doc Ock. Could this be Uncle Ben's killer? He looks a lot like the killer from Tasm.
The fact that he's standing right next to Daredevil, I think that might just be Matt out of costume.
Good call. You're right. You're right. I'm not used to that Matt Murdock look. Okay, any thoughts on this symbiote? People are saying he's that a Craven symbiote.
It looks, the fur on the back makes me think it is definitely Craven, and I don't know.
Interesting. People are saying Scorpion. Where do we see Scorpion? Him right here? Oh, that looks like that could be a Scorpion logo right there. That could be Scorpion.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
most likely Scorpion.
What about this guy?
He was talked about before, I think. No, not Molten Man. I'm forgetting his name. But he was talked about before.
Okay. People are saying, is this Fireman possibly Miles Morales' dad? Okay, I'll bring it back up. Sorry.
Jefferson Davis has always been a police officer, so that would be different.
Yeah, so Iron Man's there. What about these two? Could that be either Tombstone or Hammerhead? Rhino,
On the
maybe?
right, looks like Rhino. On the left, I'm not sure who it is. I don't think it's Tombstone because Tombstone looks gray. Like, he looks like the color of a Tombstone. I'm not quite sure who that could be. Maybe Ox from the Enforcers.
Oh my gosh, you know who I see? Right here? The dual flip!
Oh my god, it is him. That's funny.
That's so funny. Okay, let's just go back here for a second. Hudson Thames returns to voice Spider-Man. He voiced him in What If. Very cool. Very cool.
Nope. Thought he was good.
Okay, we got some more videos here.
Bringing back Rogue, bringing back Wolverine. That was a dream come true.
I think it would be really cool if Rogue.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Mary Jane is in
here
this.
Today.
Should we bring it back right now?
I mean, what was it? There we go.
What's up, Sugar? Cool. Now another one. Oh, that's just the same thing. Okay. Bub. What's up, Mind Boy Games? Justice Productions. Trying to see anyone else in here. Gabriel C. Platt. Anyone else that I haven't said welcome to? I apologize. Mark Carrion. Yeah, it looks like a Venom symbiote. Some sort of Venom symbiote. Wild Mage. All I want is an update on Marvel Zombie Show. It's been like 3 years since that one. Yeah, me too, man. I'm hoping for it. All right, new look here. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man here.
That looks sick.
Cool. Looks cool. Yeah, he's gonna kill, bro. Coleman Domingo. I don't know if you've seen him in anything. He's such a wonderful actor. He's gonna do an amazing Norman Osborn. So people are thinking that, yeah, this is a Craven symbiote. I'd be down for that. Has Kraven worn the symbiote in the comics?
I don't believe so, but with it, I could see it because of how his face looks like, kind of like that of a spider. I could see it if they adapt a Craven's Last Hunt storyline, but I don't think that they will because it's freshman year.
Yeah.
But I could see it. I could see how they could do that.
Gotcha. Any thoughts on who these characters are? These two red-haired women?
Are you saying red haired
No,
for
there's like
MJ or
there's a streak of red in this woman's hair, and there's a streak of red in this woman's hair.
I can't pinpoint who they could be. I'm pretty sure we saw Tarantula before, so maybe one of them is Tarantula, but
Got
I'm
it.
not sure.
Nico is right here, yeah, from Runaways. I'm pretty sure that's her. Peter and Norman's relationship in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is like a what-if scenario of Peter and Tony from the MCU. The main difference of Peter learning from Norman, who uses more questionable methods. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. It's like MJ. I don't think it looks like MJ. I think the one that looks most like MJ is her right there. But I don't know. I don't think MJ is going to be in this. I just have the feeling. I don't have any like definitive confirmation on that. That's just a feeling that I have. Gender saw Tarantula. Okay. Aunt May is right in the middle here. That's Aunt May. There's still that rumor that the Friendly Neighborhood universe collides in Secret Wars, and that's how we're gonna get Miles. I don't think that. Maybe, I guess. I don't know, because that would be hard to do though, because you're bringing live. You have to collide an animated and live action universe, which would be that'd be hard to do. I'd be curious to see if they pull it off. I can't picture that being done easily though. Future Foundation was just confirmed. Was it? Okay, maybe we'll get an update then in a minute or two here. You don't think there's gonna be any trailers? Maybe, maybe not. Everyone chant trailer. Spider-Verse does exist, but I don't think we'll see Spider-Verse. Well, that's the thing too. Like in Spider-Verse, we see animation and live action together, but it feels like a very different kind of tone than with like in Secret Wars. I don't know. It just feels different to me. What are your thoughts on that, Joe? Because we did see, obviously we saw Miles and live action Prowler like in the same frame in Across the Spider-Verse. Do you think something like that could work in a Secret Wars scenario? It feels different to me.
I mean, so you're saying like if the animated characters were to come to live action,
Right. Like if their universes are if that rumor is true, if the universes were to collide, I don't know, it feels
personally,
different to me.
I'd like if they kept their animation within live action.
Interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm like. If they do that, I don't know. I don't know. That just feels off to me. I don't know. There's something about it.
I mean, it's kind of a good thing that it feels off since they are like out of their universe.
True. True. But yeah. Also, someone bringing up that there was a reference to Miles on Homecoming, so he's already in the MCU. So you don't really need universes to collide to bring Miles into the MCU. Do
Right.
you think we're gonna get a standalone project for Namor and Talokan? Is it gonna be a movie, live action, Disney Plus show, or animated? I don't think we're gonna get one. No, I don't think we're gonna get one. Is a person in the image for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man wearing a white top, black jacket, and pink hood Gwen Stacy? Let's see. White top.
Next to George Stacy, the possible George Stacy.
Oh, this one? Maybe. If you're right about that being George Stacy, then that very well could be one.
But that could also just be Silvermane, and not George Stacy. I could be wrong
Right.
about that.
So far, I don't think any release dates have been confirmed. Doctor Strange will fight a symbiote. That's gonna be cool. Hopefully that'll be a well animated fight. That sounds cool. Yeah, this is a more like standalone Spider-Man show. It seems like. Heard any Hindi songs? Or seen any Bollywood movies? Yeah, we seen a couple, but the one that stood out the most to us, I think, was RRR, which I know is technically a uh Telugu movie. And we watched it in that original language. That was really good. What was some of the ones that we've seen?
Well, you didn't see. I saw Animal.
Right.
You didn't
I
come
didn't.
with us
Yeah,
for
no,
that,
I
but
couldn't make it to that one. There was
I
a
think
really good one that we
RRR
saw. I
was
think
that.
about, was it wrestling? Do you remember that?
When we saw about wrestling,
Yeah.
I don't really have a recollection of that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's Strange voiced by Cumberbatch. I think it was confirmed a while back. Yeah, that Doctor Strange will be voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch, and that Charlie Cox will be voicing Daredevil. I'm pretty sure. We're going to see Mephisto in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man because Venom has that instant carnage also. I don't think so. I don't think so. I know we shot about One of the Daughters. Yes, One of the Daughters. One of the Daughters. Yeah. I forgot what it was called. But I remember liking that one, I think. It's like, so that shows like from starting like Homecoming but without Tony. It seems like it. It seems like it. That's like the branching off point. Or one of the branching off points. Is John Bernthal voicing Punisher? Punisher is not confirmed to be in this show. So I want to say no because I don't think Punisher is going to be in this show. First clip from Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man reveals Peter gets his spider bite when Doctor Strange and Venom come through a portal fighting along with a spider.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Very interesting. Now, does that mean it's just this version's Doctor Strange and this universe is Venom? Or have they traveled through the multiverse? Probably it's this universe is Venom. And this universe is Doctor Strange. Well, we get the
Most
trailer. It seems like
likely.
maybe not.
What's also interesting is that with the like what if Civil War scene, he isn't, or I guess that could happen at the start of the show and then that Civil War scene could happen later, but then Norman would approach him, I'm assuming not knowing he's Spider-Man then, because Spider-Man isn't as popular like in the MCU universe was. You know how he had that, how Tony Stark had that video of him swinging. That's just interesting.
Very interesting. Because the image shows Frank Castle is at a Spider-Man villain that's just wearing a Punisher shirt. I don't see a Punisher shirt anywhere in this image. You?
I'm scanning. I don't. I feel like if Punisher would be in the show, he would be wearing like a classic blue white gloves outfit.
Yeah.
And I'm not really seeing.
Okay, I see
anything
Zombies
else
is
like
next. I
that.
see Zombies is next. They're just saying that it's okay. We're just trying to figure out this one thing. It's not going anywhere. Marvel Zombies will be 4-episode TVMA series. All right. Word. Yeah, that's also what I'm
4
excited for
episodes.
too, because it's TVMA. I'm very curious. Like, it's animation. I feel like animation can get away with a lot. So what makes it TVMA? Correct, Duke Product. It's not about 616 Peter's origin story. It's not about the Sacred Tribe Spider-Man. You thinking white Spider-Man suit is the anti-venom suit? I don't know. It doesn't look anti-venomy to me. I guess it could be. It could be. What do you think about that, Joe?
I hope not. I hope it isn't.
All right.
And I don't think it looks that way either.
Expecting Walking Dead levels of violence? Yeah, me too. Looking at the guy in the image that has a jacket on with an H, is that Peter's bully? With an H? Or the R here? I don't think that's Peter's bully. I think that's gonna be one of his friends, but could be wrong. Yeah, I don't see. Let's see. What if we see Shocker? Me too. Me too. By the way, that What If Season 3 clip you mentioned, that was great. Yeah, regarding Bucky Barnes. Yeah, thank you. Hot take, I'm personally not looking forward to Marvel Zombies because I don't really like zombie genre media. Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, not everything in these franchises will be for everybody. That's okay. I'm personally, like, I love the zombie genre and stuff. I love all those kind of movies and shows, so it's right up my alley, but perfectly fine if it's not up your alley. They should have the first episode of freshman year be the same origin as MCU Spider-Man. Then after he meets Osborn instead of Tony as his mentor, that is where the timeline split. That's possible. That is possible. Oh, she recreated the line, bro.
Now, sugar, I can feel you. That's one of my moments that I really will never forget. I will remember it. But in the original show, I have to say, The Cure is one of my favorite episodes.
It's a good episode.
Because that's when Rogue decides that she wants to get rid of her superpowers because they're just too painful for her. And they make her not be able to be intimate with anyone or be close to anyone. And so she thinks she wants to get rid of them so she can be normal, quote unquote. But she realizes that it's actually those things about her that make her unique and who she is. And she has to embrace all those parts of herself. And at the very end of the episode, anyone who has seen that show might remember when she says, I reckon I am my powers and the good they can do, and I reckon I can live with that. And then she says, there ain't no cure for who you are. And I would add, nor should there be.
Yeah, that's I agree with her. The Cure is a great episode of the original X-Men series. The trailer did not drop for your Flame Ember Spider-Man, unfortunately. Jimmy Woo and Shang-Chi in Zombies? Yeah, it was Jimmy Woo. That was the other person who was announced for it. Yeah, I think that's really cool, too. I'm really excited to see more of him. Footage of zombies includes Shang-Chi fighting zombies. Very cool. Keep my expectations low because Echo was also TVMA, but it didn't really feel like it. Fair enough. The guy in the jersey was confirmed to be Harry Osborn. Gotcha. Makes sense. The white suit, yeah, we're guessing it's Future Foundation, but it could be something different. So this Peter got spider bite from different world, like the across the Spider-Verse miles. Maybe not. It could just be that this universe is Doctor Strange and Venom were fighting. Do you want to see the Avengers in X-97? I mean, we already saw some of them in X-97. Yeah, I'd be down to see more of them. Marvel Zombies will feature Mad Max-inspired action sequences. Interesting. I'm curious how long are the episodes? If it's a 4-episode miniseries, how long is it? They can't be 30-minute episodes, right? If it's 4 episodes, it's got to be like 45 to an hour, no? Shang-Chi gets bit and the Ten Rings prevent zombies. Interesting. With X-27, we learned that Danger will be in it, and we learned that the Grant Morrison suits will be the ones that they wear in Season 2. Do you think the Fantastic Four will appear Family Member Spider-Man considering the future Foundation suit? I would love if they could get a Pedro and the others to voice cameo. Maybe. I mean, them also might just not be future Foundation suit. So, who knows? Will we get any trailers for any shows? Maybe not. I mean, the 2 shows that I thought were most likely to get trailers haven't gotten one, so maybe not. First teaser for Marvel Zombies reveals the Mandarin giving Shang-Chi the Ten Rings to save his arm from zombie bite. Makes sense. Also includes Shang-Chi, Katie, and Jimmy Woo fighting a Skrull biker gang in Mad Max style sequence. That sounds cool. That sounds fun.
Nope.
Very dope indeed. I'd do British style episodes if they were 4 episodes by doing it for an hour and 30. That'd be really cool. But yeah, unfortunately, American shows don't do that. As cool as that would be. Wishing Marvel makes some animated or just show in the void. I want to see more characters that are there. There, I'd be down for that too. So far, no release dates. No release dates and no trailers so far. But I want to see a Battle World TV show if it makes sense to. I wouldn't want you to just force out a Battle World TV show just to do it. But if it makes sense, yeah, totally. Think the panel's over? Maybe. feels like pretty much all things we knew already, though. Except for the Coleman Domingo as Norman Osborn. I mean, I guess Eyes of Wakanda, too, but I don't know. Seems a little lackluster. Your shows are an hour 30 fair. I think the one he was referring to specifically was Sherlock. I saw on the fandom website that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will release December 2nd. Or November 2nd. That was rumored, but I feel like that was then debunked right after by the showrunner of the show, I think. I wouldn't fully believe that. Is Marvel Zombies in the same What If universe or is it separated? I don't know. That is a good question and one that I hope they answer. It was never announced with the day for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That was never officially announced. Apparently, in the Spider-Man clip, Peter didn't recognize Doctor Strange, so he fighting Venom from the universe. Interesting. Okay. What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
That he didn't recognize Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. Doctor Strange has no reason to interact with this kid before he becomes Spider-Man.
Fair. This is it. It's going to be lackluster, I can't lie. I agree. Yeah, 50 minutes per episode with cast member name and intro is perfect. Yeah, that could work. That could work. For sure, it said same zombies as What If. Gotcha. Okay. They know trailers? Maybe not. I mean, it's not officially over yet, so I guess it's always time, but no clip at this time. You're lucky. Yeah, well, we knew what was going into it. We knew what they were gonna announce, so I knew exactly what to put on the thumbnail. From again, what did they say? What did they see in the official panel description you read earlier? Let me pull it up real quick. I can read it word for word. They didn't really mention anything about trailers to the public, at least. So that's not technically a lie. But it is odd to not have at least one trailer to the public. The official description for this panel was see what's coming next to Disney Plus from Marvel Animation with special guests and first looks at hotly anticipated series including Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, future seasons of What If, X-97, and more. Now, when they say first looks, this description is always for people in attendance. The descriptions for these panels are never for the people just waiting or hearing about it afterwards. It's always for people in attendance, so people know what panels to go to, and so they know what panels they want to go to at D23. Well, the gameplay says, I never understand not showing a trailer to the public. Like, the big part of the fan base doesn't dive this deep to get news. That's why. It's two reasons. It's three reasons. One, it's so people in attendance have that special experience. Two, because a lot of these trailers that they're showing, a lot of this footage is unfinished, and they don't want to release unfinished footage. People criticize footage enough. If they release unfinished footage from there, people are gonna criticize it for being unfinished for no reason, because that's just how the internet is. And three, it's because of their marketing plan. You know, if they release a trailer too early, it gets forgotten about. They watch it, it's like, oh, this is cool for like a day or two, and then it gets forgotten about. You know,
people are already complaining about the. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
you're good.
People are already complaining about the like leaked Red Hulk look, which is very unfair because that wasn't even publicly released and it's definitely unfinished.
Right. So yeah, and the marketing thing, they can't just release stuff willy-nilly. You know, they gotta have a marketing plan. The fact that people weren't showing a trailer is quite worrying. I disagree. They were showing footage for a show that doesn't release anytime soon. They were showing footage for, I think, most if not all of these shows, so at least so far. I wouldn't say that's worrying. Well, the questions: one, what was your favorite Deadpool variant in Deadpool and Wolverine? Nice pool. Two, what was your favorite Wolverine variant? Cavill. Oh, my chat just jumped. And three, what was your favorite overall cameo in Deadpool Wolverine? Johnny Storm. What about you, Joe? What was your favorite Deadpool variant, Wolverine variant, and cameo?
Favorite Deadpool variant was probably the samurai, or no, the cowboy
Mhm.
Deadpool, Matthew McConaughey.
Mhm.
Wolverine variant was definitely the Hulk versus Wolverine one. I just love that suit so much. Um, Overall cameo, Gambit, Channing Tatum as Gambit,
Got it. Can you double check these accounts, Joe, to see if they tweeted anything new?
of course.
Based on Marvel and Joe, what is your favorite non-Marvel announcement from yesterday's showcase? Mine is Incredibles 3 announcement, and I think Joe's was Snow White trailer.
Yes, mine was the Snow White trailer.
That might be over. It might be over, yeah.
Not seen anything from discussing film or the Hollywood handle, other than what you have up.
People are saying panel over, panel over. I'm gonna wait until there's like official thing here saying the panel is over. No, I don't think there'll be any Spider-Man 90 stuff.
What are your thoughts on the panel so far?
Underwhelming. Not even the lack of trailers. Lack of trailers is fine. I think it's crazy though that we don't know when really these are gonna release. Because they say next 18 months, so we know these shows will release in the next 18 months. But other than that, like, I think we should be given a little more. Marvel Zombies quote won't be coming out for a while. Okay, so it's probably the last of all these.
So that's the 18-month one. Got it.
Yeah. The kid from Adam Project would have been the best kid pool. Well, they said that was the original plan, but he just grew. He got too old for the role. Actually, his voice got too deep. Yeah, walk Rage out of the role. Panel's over. No release date is actually crazy. Yeah, I agree. Tom Hiddleston's on stage. I don't know if that's true. Maybe, maybe not. It said last year that What If Season 3 is this year. Yeah, I thought they were saying What If was next year, no? I don't know. The all these shows, you don't the release order dates for these shows are really confusing, to be honest. That's why I wanted confirmation from them here, but I guess maybe not.
Right.
Based on the Suits showcase, are we going to see an adaptation of Spider-Man Identity Crisis? Joe?
Yeah, that's the same thing I said when I saw this. It's very likely because it's like those exact same suits from the cover of Identity Crisis. So I would assume so, but I mean, they could just like the way the suits looked, but it's like 1-to-1 with the Identity Crisis cover. So I'm assuming yes.
Gotcha. Marvel Zombies release date will be perfect for next Halloween. It will be, definitely. It sucks that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man trailer didn't come out. I agree. I was really hoping for that one.
I was really hoping for at least a confirmation on the release date for Your
Right.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man more than a trailer, to be honest. I'm a little underwhelmed that we didn't get that.
Yeah. Is the game showcase for D23 tonight? I honestly don't know what the showcase night's going to be for D23 because it's being streamed in Fortnite. It just says Disney Experiences. Don't know what that means. Don't know if it means just games. Don't know if it means games and parks. Don't know. We know it's just going to be in Fortnite. 5 animated shows in 18 months means we can expect a show every 3 to 4 months. That's an awesome pace of content if they can pull it off. I agree. I just wish I knew roughly when. We got 2 hyped from SDCC 2019, 2022, and D23 2020. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly what it is. I feel like being let down over today's panel is fair. Because there wasn't even any, like, release. Not even, like, the release window was just 18 months. You know, that's it. It wasn't even, like, March or summer, you know? I feel like being let down from this one makes sense. Last night could go either way. I think last night, I'm okay. I'm not up in arms about no official trailer like released about Daredevil because Agatha's coming first. Daredevil's not until March. Yeah, this one I can understand. Because even with low expectations, I feel like this was still a little bit of a letdown. If this is all we get. Oh, the part of the panel being showcased is only a special segment. Oh, I thought it was the whole panel. Oh, interesting. Okay, just behind the scenes pics. Cool, cool. Is the panel over? That means like say
We're
that.
going, yeah,
Say that,
we're going
please.
back to regular tweets.
Let me try to pull up someone else who's there. I don't know who else would even be there, but
Culture Crave, maybe?
maybe. Nope.
Hmm.
Nope. Nope. I don't know. Nexus Point News, you're right. Yeah, Nexus Point News. Ah, there you go.
Ah. Wow.
That's a wrap on the Marvel Animation panel. Okay, so let's just go through this just to see if there's anything else. Footage from Marvel Zombies shows Wenwu, Shang-Chi, Katie fighting against zombies. Shang-Chi gets bit. Katie gives him the 10 rings to stop the infection. Wenwu dies. Time skips to 5 years later where Shang-Chi and Katie using the 10 rings in a Mad Max-style fight. Mad Max 4-episode TVMA. Friendly Neighbor Spider-Man clip. Peter arriving at Midtown High. A Doctor Strange appearance. A portal opening with a Venom symbiotic villain. Nico Minoru being attacked by said villain before Peter steps in. Peter then gets bit by the symbiote. Interesting.
Interesting.
Norman Osborn mentioning Peter Parker a few months later. Look, yep. We know that. War dogs are sanctioned to protect the secrets of Wakanda and Eyes of Wakanda. Interesting. The series will take place during different time periods. Version of Iron Fist, yep. 4 episodes. Moon Knight, Shang-Chi, Sam Wilson, Red Guardian, yep. Ah, here we go. Yeah, so Polaris is confirmed to appear in 97. Polaris, Warlock, Apocalypse. Okay, cool. Apocalypse was pretty confirmed, yeah. Okay. Seems like that's it. We'll watch this clip here.
You know what I mean? People are coming around. Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, and Academy Award nominee Coleman Domingo, the voice of Norman Osborn.
That's very cool.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Yeah, he's gonna be great as Norman Osborn. But yeah, that seems to be it for the panel. Thoughts, Joe?
I am underwhelmed. I feel like the panel itself should have given us more information about these shows. I won't say should have, but I feel like they could have given us some more, not too revealing information either, just some more details that would shed some more light on how close these shows are to coming out and just simple general stuff like that. And instead we got 1 or 2 things about something that's going to happen within the show itself, and then just they just kind of left. I mean, it feels like we know one more thing about these shows other than, you know, what we did know. And I gotta be honest, even though, you know, our expectations were open, I'm still underwhelmed, which is, I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, me too. It's so funny. I just want to call this out for a second. Matthias Leonardi, he says, OMG, I just saw alternate at Dingus, and I realized we used to interact on Twitter. I used to post fits from Instant Shield streaming every day. That is so funny. I totally remember that. I loved that account. It was an account on Twitter where Agents of Shield, the character from Fitz from Agents of Shield, was screaming and posted every day. That was so funny. Appreciate you running that account, man. That was really cool. Very cool connection. Yeah, I agree. I apologize for the lackluster panel, guys. I genuinely thought there would be at least one trailer, at the very least some at least release windows for these shows, like summer or fall or whatnot. So I apologize that it wasn't super exciting. We currently have 350 people watching. That is absolutely crazy. That is just about as many as yesterday, if not more than yesterday. So that's on its own pretty crazy. But Yeah, I apologize about that. Yeah, I feel underwhelmed as well. I feel that was a little lackluster. Anyway, though, I just want to say really quickly, I really appreciate everyone who's tuned in to this live stream, yesterday's live stream, and the live stream at Comic-Con 2 weeks ago. It's been an absolutely amazing time doing these live streams over the past few weeks. I hope you guys had a good time as well. All the new subscribers over the past few weeks has been absolutely incredible, and I really, really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. All you new subscribers, new viewers to the channel, I hope you have been enjoying these live streams, and I hope you will continue to tune into videos and live streams on this channel. I have a video I'm working on that I've been taking a week and a half to just figure out the settings, because every time I figure out one issue, another issue pops up. But hopefully that'll come out soon. But yeah, I do plan on consistently uploading videos at least once a week, once every other week at the very least. Very soon. Just got to figure out those issues, and then we'll be on our way there. But yeah, this is the last live stream for a hot minute. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who has tuned in, subscribed, liked, shared these streams. If you have shared the streams, everyone is super chatted. Which really means a lot. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know if there's not anything much more else to say other than thank yous, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the future. If not, if people are watching who haven't subscribed and they'll plan on watching again, no worries. Thank you for tuning into this one, and hope you have a good time being a Marvel fan. If you are subscribed and plan to watch more in the future, then I guess I'll see you in the next one. And remember to be kind, be gentle, and be curious. Bye, guys.